We are live.
Well, I don't know. It says live is starting. I don't know if it started yet. It's spinning.
Oh, we'll be live
It says
soon.
it's live
We're
now.
live now.
Yeah. I don't know
Okay,
what.
so you gotta find that.
I don't know how exciting that is for everybody, but
What do you mean?
for me, a little bit exciting.
It's go time. I just got a text message and it was the best. From our friend and neighbor Jen. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm here for the plump and unfiltered party. That's what you got. Jen, yeah. We are plump and unfiltered. And we have a very let's tell everybody who we are. I'm Stacy. This is my husband Doug. We
or vice versa.
Empty nesters, living the dream in Florida. And by living the dream we mean Doug lost his job in September. And I have a chronic illness that has left me bedridden like 90% of the last 10 years.
You're not in bed right now.
I am not in bed right now. Every day, the only thing I fucking do is come out here and do this podcast. But today, we left the house for like the first time in like what, a month?
I don't feel.
When were the Shays here? You got sick.
We went to the Shays right at like middle of March.
You guys are not going to believe this. We left the house.
We did
today. It's been probably 3 weeks. We left the house and we went to Costco. Because we need groceries.
Well, what we did is we wanted to have lunch, so we went and got samples of everything and came back.
That's not really true.
I had
Because if we wanted to get lunch, he would get his hot dog or pizza.
No,
You like the pizza.
Yeah, pizza's
but
better.
he got an ice cream when he was done because he was a good boy.
I did get a little ice cream because it's like, yeah. But they do have something called a cold brew something or other, where they put the soft serve in iced coffee. It's like,
why did you do that?
I don't know why I didn't do it. I'm ruining the day.
He would have been wired for podcast night. So Doug's complaint is that by the time we're done with the podcast, he's exhausted. He doesn't really have the energy to play Super Mario.
I bring so much to so much energy.
I crawl back right into the house and go straight to bed because I'm exhausted.
And I got to put all the stuff away.
You people are exhausting.
Shut off the lights.
You're like a little bit much to take, all of you. You're just exhausting me. Just kidding. We love our haters.
Our I don't know why this is messed up because we can't see our comments, and we have our usuals in the thing, but I don't know why. Do we go here? There it is. There we go.
Oh, look at that! Some of our most amazing friends are here. My friend Deb, who calls me her nudie baby because I said that I'm the naked baby, the naked neighbor. She apparently had a trauma as a kid from the naked neighbor, and I'd like to think I'm not that kind of naked neighbor.
We're sorry
one of my
about
neighbors
that.
is here again. She said that she was what was it?
You notice how she doesn't even walk by the house because she don't want to see your neighbor running around.
If my neighborhood takes up a collection and tells me to stop being unfiltered and plump, I'll consider it.
Unfiltered.
Sorry for your trauma, but I'm glad that Todd and Tracy are here, and there's a bunch of other people. We don't know who you are unless you comment. But we love you. 7. We have 7 today.
Those are lurkers.
The lurkers.
Well, here's the thing. The first Friday we did this, nobody was on. There was like nobody. It was like crickets. And then every Friday since, it's like it's an appointment Friday night.
I think a lot of people aren't going out because like after COVID, you realize that going out kind of sucks. It can be fun, but also sometimes being home is cool.
I can only imagine there's whole neighborhoods that are projecting this onto their garage door. And,
one day that will happen. That will happen. You know what's going to happen? This neighborhood's going to do it. This neighborhood's going to be the first thing to be like, oh, these fucking crazy people. You know why they're going to do it? To run us out of town because we're losing our minds. I'd like to get back to Costco though. Oh, so anyway.
Yeah.
So we do this thing.
No distractions.
So, Jen, we'd love to have you on as a guest. So what we try to do is at the end of the podcast, we interact with our friends and our followers, and we just kind of go through the podcast freestyle. It's mostly because we both have wicked ADD, and you'll notice that we kind of go all over the place. We're working on the podcast. We got to add some more stuff. I gotta have Doug do the website. We need an intro song. We need a million freaking things, but we figured we might as well start, and we're gonna get down to our clips. And one thing that you guys could do that would help us to continue to make the podcast better is any feedback you have, comment, share, like. We also have a YouTube page. Ask questions. And if there's anything you want us to talk about or cover, we're down. We're down. If you have
down for everything.
If you'd like some anonymous advice,
it might be Florida, but we're not down for everything.
He's not down for. Oh, we're not. The only thing we're not really down for. The only thing we're really not down for is swinging. That's just not our bag. Hey, listen, you do you. I taught him the cheat code. That was enough work.
I don't know what the cheat code is.
Yes, you do.
I don't know. I just make it up as I go along.
No, that's not true. You know it.
I will say that
I'm sorry. Hang on. Stop. What is the cheat code?
left, right, down, up, A, B, start.
Oh my, for the fuck of life. I have to teach him how to do it now. He forgot.
I will say this: calling our
Billy is going to be disappointed.
Our haters followers. That sounds cult-like. I don't like the way I don't.
That's what they call
I
people
actually
that
don't
follow your
trust you.
podcast.
I don't trust you enough to have a cult and have a following.
I've had
so
a
I have
bunch
to
of
jump
people,
in there.
Excuse me. I've had like 5 people already tell me that they want to join my cult.
And you've also had people that said they were going to vote you out of the cult and then rename.
This is the same people that wanted to rename
island.
the state of Rhode Island Jim's Balls. Why? By the way, the state of Rhode Island is now referred to as Jim's Balls. It was Jim's idea. It was one of his.
Are there any other
brighter
states
ideas.
with some fun names?
I don't know. California, which not to be confused with my nice cult. California. I would like to talk about Costco though, just for
yes.
just
Let's
for a
talk
minute.
about the great experience that is.
So Doug has been
Costco.
going to Publix because
It's right down the street. I don't want to drive. I'm going down
doesn't
there.
love
I get a
Florida.
loaf of bread. I come back.
So if you're not a Floridian, and you haven't spent a lot of time here, like our like even Del Prado, which might as well be like 3A, it's 6 lanes wide. The highway is like 10 lanes wide. Like, and of course we have this lovely combination of retirees and lunatics and a bunch of people on meth. I like to say I'm the lunatic, but I'm not one to rule out meth or retirement.
Nah, heck no. Heck no, meth. Heck no on the meth.
As a matter of fact, I think we're just this side doing meth.
No, I'm not doing meth.
But how bad do things have to get? Like, you don't get a job for like another 5 years.
No, I'm turning to crime well before I turn to meth.
I had a friend.
I'm getting myself an alligator and I'm running to that store.
I asked a question about crime, acts of crime I could commit, and my friends gave me some great ideas. One of my friends, though, was genuinely serious. Told me that he would only tell me over a landline.
Oh,
he was
that's
serious. So
I think I'm okay. Like if I commit a crime, they'll put me in jail. But I'm so old. I go play dominoes with the old table. Like I don't think anybody messes with them. So
dude, I don't know.
I'm over at the old
prison,
table.
I don't think prison is a good time at all, and I think that.
Well, how do we get on crime and meth? How do we get on that? We started at Costco, which was
live in Florida.
wholesome thing.
We live in Florida, and I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And I have,
you don't need followers.
And I have a nice tight vagina, so you have to come along. If you haven't seen that episode, that was episode 14,
that was
where we explained that I have a nice tight
If
vagina.
you look at a Marital Hate TV edition.
Listen, we can't help the people that don't watch the podcast every night and be part of the inside jokes that everybody else is part of. Everybody else is down with the inside jokes. And P.S., you can watch it later. You can watch it on YouTube. Whatever. Be part of the inside jokes. Or you cannot
watch it all. And
yeah, you cannot watch it all. And if you have people, if you don't like the podcast, and you don't like somebody, you send it to them. Anyway, I want to talk about Costco. So we were
for those of you who don't know what Costco is, it's a warehouse.
I think everyone knows
club
what the fuck Costco
level
is.
Stadium of a.
So I just want to talk about Costco
store.
Because I love Costco. So Doug normally drives down the street to Publix because it's a quarter mile and he can drive there and back, not have any problems.
They got booze.
Assuming he doesn't hit a burrowing owl because they're like, and they do everything in Florida.
Oh, I almost hit a burrowing owl the other day. Flew right in front of the car.
Somebody did hit one and there was like a bunch of there's baby burrowing owls. And at the empty lot behind us, there's like 4 of them. Actually, so remember last year we never saw any nests? No, there's a bunch of fucking birds out there. Yeah. So I don't know if they relocated from the hurricane. Last year we didn't see any of the owls out there. It was just the teas. This year we got birds. And so sometimes during our podcast you might hear a burrowing owl. And I think that the burrowing owls like our podcast. I think they're down with it. So back to Costco. So Doug goes to Publix and he gets the buy one get one free. They have a decent selection. Of course, Publix, CVS, and Target all have booze and fireworks. For those of you who are interested, because fucking
and
Florida.
Probably guns by now.
But maybe guns. Fucking Florida. And but even then, they have a limited organic selection, and groceries are very expensive, particularly in Southwest Florida.
Everything's $5.
And I swear to
Pack
God,
of gum, $5.
I swear it used to be everything was $1.
Although eggs, $8.
So anyway, today, we buy organic, and believe it or not, Costco is the biggest organic food distributor. The second biggest or the biggest organic food distributor in the United States?
These stats up.
I looked it up a while ago. So they're one of the largest organic food distributors.
They're
also one of the biggest wine distributors. They have
they had all kinds of wine.
And you don't have to be a Costco member to shop their booze department. It's a law. They have to let you buy their booze. They also have a phenomenal warranty on tires, and they double the manufacturer's warranty on electronics. They have an excellent return policy, but for me, and my one issue is they did force the jab on employees at one point, and masking on customers. I don't know where they are on that right now. If somebody wants to look that up for me, but
I noticed today though there was an optometry like glasses area where you can get your all your
and
stuff. And there's a pharmacy. I didn't know
there's
there was a
optometry.
pharmacy.
There's pharmacy. They'll do hearing aids.
Hearing
you can buy
aids, I need
cards.
that.
You can get a new air conditioning for your house. They have a car purchase program. They have vacation deals like unit caskets. You can get it from Costco.
HVAC systems.
And
They got a guy.
I already said that.
Oh, you did.
And even if you're like not a member, you can go on their website and you can shop for a lot of things. We weren't members when I purchased my blender. We have a Blend Tech, which is way better than the Vitamix if you ask me, because the Vitamix does not fit under your counters.
We bought toilet paper today, as a matter of fact.
I don't know how toilet paper comes into Vitamix, but
it was a comment. It was.
We
I was
bought
just.
toilet paper
I was
today.
riffing off the comments.
Okay.
Toilet paper.
Awkward.
Gotta have it.
Awkward. Okay, so anyway, back to my rant about Costco. So many years ago, I had a guy doing floors in our house. And no, it was somebody we hired. We became friendly with him because I become friendly with everybody. And he was rushing out the door. He's like, I gotta get to my other job. And I'm like, oh, is business that bad? Because he owns his own company. And he's like, no. He's like, I make more at Costco than I make doing this. And I have full benefits. So this was 10 years ago. So actually it was 12 years ago. He was making $23 an hour at Costco as a checker. Bloop, bloop. There's CNN, and I never agree with CNN about anything, but they did a great documentary on Costco about basically if you work at Costco, you have to do every job at Costco. That means you have to box boy, you have to check out the whole 9 yards.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Generally speaking, the snack people are generally independent contractors.
Oh.
However, the long and the short of it is they have a formula whereas if the CEO of the company takes a bump, everybody in the company takes a bump. If you meet
cocaine,
if you meet anybody, they might do that too. I don't know, but if they do, they buy it in bulk. They refuse to mark any product up over 30%, which is why they had those fights with Apple back in the day and Coca-Cola. Everybody gets benefits, even part-time employees. So when you go there, you'll find that most people are like my aunt, brother, sister, cousin, blah, 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 all work at Costco. And once again today, we confirmed that when we talked to our checkout people, Joanne and Darren, who were fucking awesome. She was so cute. She was like this little tiny thing. We got chatting, found out she was Puerto Rican. We both have beards. We try to deal with them on our own, but it's a daily fucking
I told Darren that he was going to get replaced by Dick Sargent, and he had no idea what I was talking about.
For you people as old as my husband, it's
that's a Bewitched.
That's a Bewitched reference.
Yes.
A little known fact: my husband looks exactly like the Samantha statue in Salem. I believe we have a picture of that somewhere.
How do I look like? I don't know. Whatever.
You look just like her.
Statue. Okay.
Which is funny because our friend Andrea back in the day looks exactly like Elizabeth Montgomery from back in the day.
Who I have like a little thing for back in the day.
He has a like weird little thing for Andrea too.
No, not really. But like Elizabeth Montgomery. Oh, Babelicious.
Why do we have a hot ass picture of Andrea on the fridge?
Oh, because that's a hot-ass picture of Andrea right there from the 70s, looking all mod.
My friend is hot as shit, and she's like in her 70s now, and she's still hot as shit, and her entire family looks like her. But the funny thing is that I'm sure she would love being referred to as hot as shit.
Hot ass.
But
hot ass Andrea, the grandma.
She's at lunch with her daughter, and people insist, and I think she was in Hawaii, they were stationed in Hawaii at the time, and people are coming up to her insisting that it's her, Elizabeth Montgomery, out to lunch with Tabitha. She's like, what, like we're off the clock and we go to lunch together? I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, she's gorgeous and amazing, and I don't know where I was going with that.
Dick York was not mentioned, but I wanted to get Dick York's statement as well as Dick Sargent.
Back to Bewitched and Darren, our checkout person. Once again, we asked the Costco employees today, hey, it used to be really awesome to work at Costco. Is that still the case? They're like, yeah, no, it's fucking awesome. And Joanne informed me, she's like, I have a college degree, and she's like, it's better to work here. And I'm like, dude, can you imagine a job where you have like no stress and you're paid well? You just like,
and it was like rewarding. You meet great people.
You meet nice people. Like it's everybody. I don't know. I think most people are happy at Costco, and let me tell you why they're fucking happy at Costco. So we
fumes. That's why they're happy.
No, there's no fumes in Costco. Fumes. Sometimes there's birds though. I don't know if you guys saw the sunset was not as good as yesterday. It was decent.
Well, it was all right.
And the birds are all super horny, and they were going to town. But I want to give people like an everyday.
Love is in the air.
Did you check the price of your razors while you were there? Do you know what you paid for them?
The razors?
I meant to bring out the receipt. I can't find the freaking thing.
Can't find the receipt.
So we can't return.
I'll probably
anything.
use it as a napkin for my little ice cream.
I can't. Okay, well here's one for you.
This is great. We're having a podcast to read the Costco mailer.
Well, because the prices on the website aren't the same as the prices in person.
Don't be fooled, people. These prices are insane.
And Instacart prices are actually even more. But see this. They
like
just tell you that it's
Eddie.
how much off. Like the Stacy's organic pita chips are $3.30 off.
But you get a bag the size of a 55
but
gallon
we paid
drum.
$7.99 for 2 dozen organic eggs today. What do we pay for butter?
Oh, butter at Publix for like the box of 4 is 8 something.
A box of 4? You mean like a regular 1 pound box?
Yeah, like a 1 pound box.
Okay, and what do we pay at Costco?
We got
that for-
2 for $11, I believe.
2 for $11.
Organic.
Organic. That was Kirkland
It's like
brand.
mother's milk.
And also, you can look
Made
up
into
on the
butter.
internet, like, what is Kirkland? Kirkland is this Costco brand. What is Kirkland versus what it's not? We get the Dave's Killer bread, half the price. And
We got some nice organic
and
mangoes.
We get this fucking prepared foods, and it's not organic. Sorry, I'm a little jumpy.
Dinner tonight.
The tacos.
No,
Tell me about the street tacos and why they're street tacos.
I don't know why they're street. Well, I'll tell you why they're street tacos, because the
like
little
you
clamshell that they come in, it's like a kit. You got the chicken on one end, the cheese, then the slaw, whatever, then the tortillas, and then they come with like a thing of salsa, a thing of lime crema, whatever. And so they come in this giant clamshell. So inevitably, when you put it into the car, it opens up and dumps out. So it ends up on the street. So street tacos. Anyways.
Oh,
I didn't have to cook tonight. They were delicious. I had about 6 of them, and we're going to have plenty for lunch tomorrow. That is value, my friends.
we also got a 32-ounce bag of pistachios, shelled pistachios.
That we're not going to share if anybody comes over, by the way.
$7.99. I think it was 38. It was the hugest fucking bag of pistachios I've ever seen in my life. We bought a little charcuterie board all made up for $12.99. We figured we'd throw it in the Jeep, go to the beach. Not that we'd leave the house, but it could happen.
It was like being in Florida today. We drove around. It was hot, and the sun was out.
It was a good time. But you know what the thing is that like we're just 2 people. So you think 2 people, what do you need at Costco? Okay, so our total today, what was it, 5?
I don't know. I don't
That's
even
on my
want to
Apple
know.
card.
But we don't have to shop for like forever.
That's not true. We have to shop for a million things, but what we buy is organic meat. And I think we pay about, okay, so our total at Costco today,
It's riveting.
no, I mean, I think people appreciate it. From Bank of America. That's interesting.
Razor blades, meat, hamburger,
Well,
chicken. I'm
I
just
think my
running down.
Costco charge from today would be on here. Maybe our Costco order was free. That would be fucking awesome.
They accept the Apple Pay now?
Yeah, so if you have an executive membership, here's my continued Costco commercial. Incidentally,
La-dee-da.
hold off before you buy a Costco membership. We're going to see if we can get some referral fees here. But if you have an executive membership, you get 2% back on your purchases throughout the year. At the end of the year, you get a check. If you don't get enough to cover the cost of your executive membership, which is $120, they refund you your money. The regular membership is $60. I think you can. Here's another trick.
If you don't use your membership, they kill an employee right there and film it and send it to you.
They would never do that. They love their employees. But what they've done is so fucking brilliant because one of the biggest costs to employers is employee shrinkage from employees stealing from the company and also employee turnover. And they've solved both of those problems because if you pay your employees well, you give them benefits and you take care of them, they're great. But they're still a fucking corporation, and to them, you are a number, a necessary evil. So,
Yeah, but how is somebody going to steal a Costco-sized thing, like even when they're working there?
they sell fucking diamonds. You put it down your pants. Or up your ass, whatever you're into. We talked about that the other
watch,
day.
son.
Lube,
The watch.
hold it on your
Oh,
butthole
my
and
goodness.
it'll gently accept it.
That was that scene from was it Catch Me If You Can or Pulp Fiction? I can't remember. It was Christopher Walken. How the guy
watch up his ass.
Yeah, it was
Pulp
that.
Fiction.
Oh, it was Pulp Fiction. Okay.
He kept it in his ass for 50 times.
Christopher Walken was in both those
You know-
movies. They came out around the same time.
I love him.
Cut me some slack. Yeah,
I love
Walken's good, but he's also very old. I found out that Bob Dylan is 81. I know that McCartney's 81.
great.
Like these guys are old, and
I don't think you're in a position to say anything about their age.
Stacy today we're walking out. She goes, "You're the oldest man in this whole Costco," and there was like some old geezers
Oh, he was like
around.
90.
And I'm like, these guys are yeah. And you may have said to the checkout girl, who is Puerto Rican, by the way. She goes, "Oh, you're just like me. I'm Portuguese." And I look at the girl and I go, "That's nothing like Puerto
No,
Rico."
but here's the thing. The thing is that I'm not Hispanic, or maybe I am. It depends on who you ask. But I don't. But like we asked Google one night, and Google said I was Hispanic according to the DMV or whatever. Who the fuck knows? But I found that I've always gone along really. I always get along really well with everybody, unless they like find my personality to be abrasive. But like I always find that like I grew up in a Portuguese area. That was important to me. I had a lot of friends. And I've always found that I've always got along really well with all people of color, but particularly Hispanics, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, all of them. But I like everybody, and I love everybody, and I want to connect with anybody I can, and spread some positive life. Oh, I fucking love Samoans.
Samoans.
Is Jason Momoa Samoan?
It's
no,
it's not Samoa.
It just rhymes. It just rhymes, and I think he's Samoan. Back to Costco. So the membership, they give you 2% back.
2%.
And if you don't meet the amount, they give you your money back at the end of the year. You get a check. Do not kill an employee. And if you don't have a membership, you don't want to spend the money on a membership, you can buy a Costco gift card, and they let you in the store, and you just use your Costco gift card. You can buy. They have a loss leader. It's the rotisserie chickens. What do they go? $6.99?
I don't know, but they're.
I usually buy them. But
I'm not even sure they're chickens.
No, and then they have a hot dog and a soda on your way out the door for what is it, $3 or something? You can get lunch for your entire family for like $15.99.
It's probably not the most nutritious lunch.
It's definitely not the most nutritious lunch, but most people are feeding their kids garbage all the time. So if you go on Costco to buy some organic food, maybe have a hot dog.
Lunchables are garbage.
So
full of preservatives. But I do love the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile. I will give them that.
So here's the thing. So we get 2% back because we have Costco, and I get, anytime I use Apple Pay, I get 3% back. So we got 5% off our purchase today. The purchase
cash back to us.
I don't understand how much it was. I used my card.
Those are numbers, people.
Payment, latest card transactions. Why does it say Costco?
Did we chew and screw?
I fucking hope we did. That would be fantastic.
It would be nice. I
would love that.
Little bonus. But yeah, we will. We got stuff. The thing is, we don't have any protein usually. We got some protein sources.
So that's what you buy.
You
can buy
and the charcuterie.
I bought. Our purchase. I think it was $3.76. I bought 6 individual pounds of organic ground beef. 3 pounds of chicken thighs. I don't know if I was supposed to get chicken breast or chicken thighs.
You're supposed to get breast, but it doesn't matter.
Organic. We got 2 dozen eggs, 4 pounds of butter, 3 quarts of maple syrup, organic maple syrup.
Because somebody...
Toilet paper, a case of tissues. We buy name brand toilet paper. We're going to fuck around. Charmin Ultra Soft. Although my friend Bob Feeney says it smells funny.
The jug of pure maple organic syrup, Costco, I think it was $11.92 or something like that. Publix, same one, $18.
And
some of them are $20.
Fruit and vegetables. Like I got a pack of 3 English cucumbers.
Hey now.
And it was $7.99 organic. Carrots? What was the bag of carrots? Huge 5-pound bag.
Yeah, it was hard to lift.
We're drinking carrot juice for the next 10 years. The carrots were cheap too. It was like what? $4.99.
I don't know, but we use a lot of lemons around this house.
Oh, the lemons, yeah.
Got a 5-pound bag of lemons. That was good. Yeah. But it's just having.
Oh, and snacks. We got oh my God. So this one likes them. The Girl Scout cookie thin mint pretzels.
They're
$7.99.
Thin mint
Wisps.
Chocolates on a pretzel.
Wisps are nice keto and
Wisps
low carbohydrate snack.
It's dehydrated moon cheese snacks. Those
delightful.
Good source of protein.
I don't know what else we got, but so this is our healthy food section. Go to Costco for your organic stuff. That's your recipe. You can buy this taco kit, the street taco kit. It's fantastic.
Very good.
All good things. And 2 days this week we did not talk. I don't think I didn't do a health thing yesterday, so I want to do 2 today.
Well, nutrition and health are the same thing. It covers off on one another.
No, because we try to do a healthy food. Well, no, it's not always a healthy food. We do a recipe every day, and then we do a health thing every day. So the other day we were talking about fibro. And, I have fibro. Most Lyme patients have fibro. Our friend Tracy has fibro. My friend Ann has fibro. Fibro up the game. So, what we do is try to find ways to make it a little bit easier. So, I'm a big fan of cannabis oil. I take it every night. Hasn't really kicked in yet. I took it around 6 tonight.
Yeah, that's why we're still cohesive in the podcast.
Cohesive or coherent?
Coherent and cohesive. It's both.
We are neither coherent or cohesive most of the time. You have hit us on a good night.
We do cohabitate, though. I know that we do.
Today I fucked up defecate and desecrate.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really sure there's that much of a difference though.
Because we were going by and one of the little the T's on the burrowing owl nest was knocked over. She goes, "Who defecated that owl nest?" And I go, "You mean desecrated?" And so then we were like,
I was the one who came up with desecrated. You're like, "That's not the word you mean." And I go, "I mean desecrated."
Right. Yeah. You did come up
But I eventually came up with the word.
Right.
But then we had to have like a whole conversation about how we're not into poop play. So we are not into swinging and we are not into poop play. Just so you know, we do not play with our poop. But You ready for this?
But we'll play with other people's poop. So if you want to, no, I'm kidding.
We will not
but we
play-
did discover a way to make money today.
So here's a way to make money.
You wanna make some money?
You have to be relatively. In a perfect world, you would be young and healthy.
Go to Taco Bell.
No, you don't go to Taco Bell. If you poop every day, you can send them. Well, okay, you send them your poop, $500.
Who's them?
I'm gonna pull it up in a second.
All right.
You send these people your poo, they give you $500. And it's humanmicrobes.org/donors. Humanmicrobes.org/donors. You give them your poo, they give you $500. If you give them your poo every day for an entire calendar year, 365, you get 180 grand. So Doug today, of course, started to box up
I think
his shit.
it was actually more than that, wasn't it?
180.
180. I thought it was more. I thought it was
180
like,
grand seems like a sufficient amount of money for you people that are fortunate enough to be able to shit on a regular basis. By the way, fuck all of you.
Wow.
I have problems, and I'm not really ready for this. And, I love you guys, but I just am jealous. I want to be able to.
So you
shit.
heard it here first. These side hustles. Like you can
Yeah, we're gonna
mark
do
up
some side
Etsy
hustles.
stuff or whatever. Like all these side hustles.
Get paid $500 per stool if you're having
$500
a
per
bowel
stool.
a bowel movement every day. It can total 180 grand a year. I haven't even been able to get you to shit in a Cologuard box.
No.
But according to this,
gauche.
again, they want young, healthy people. So I don't know
Yeah,
if they're going
we're
to
out.
take his shit. So I want to share with you a text exchange I had today with somebody that's close to both of us. So I had my stepson Nolan is a college student, and so he's always looking for ways to pay for his car insurance or his expenses. I mean, he's got to keep himself in Crocs and iPhones and snacks because he hates the food at UMass Dartmouth. The food at UMass Amherst, amazing. The food at UMass Dartmouth, according to Nolan,
I don't know
not
how
so
amazing
good.
it is, but
No, the UMass Amherst food was really good.
the guy giving the tour was chubby, so like he liked
Yeah,
those
but
chicken fingers.
I've eaten at the UMass dining hall like 2-3 times now with the mock kids, and it's fantastic. Okay, anyway, so we were back and forth, and I said, I don't. We talked briefly about plasma because people donate plasma. Some pay as much as $1,000. And he's not a fan of needles, despite his first tattoo that he just got. But for $1,000, I'll get stuck with a needle. Anyway, so I had explained to him that he could do the poop. I said, but you have to be young and healthy to donate in most cases. No one wants your daddy's poo-poo. And so I said, say it out loud. No one wants my daddy's poo-poo. So that's what I have text exchanges with Nolan about while you're off doing whatever it is you're doing. And he is at the beach today with 2 of his classmates.
He's supposed to be in goddamn class. I don't know what he's doing running around.
No, he's out of class for the day, and he
Running
told
around.
us that these beautiful girls with him are his friends Nikki and Hunter. Yeah. Shout out to Nikki and Hunter and all the other kids in the dorms at UMass Dartmouth.
Well,
Study hard. Don't do anything I would do.
I hope there was no
Don't watch
privacy.
this podcast. It's
They
not
were.
appropriate
I
for
hope they
children.
were all supposed to be at the beach, and we didn't just out them to the dean.
Dude, they're
or
adults.
something.
They can do whatever the hell they want. And you know what? I may have skipped class occasionally.
You know what my mother used to
Graduate
say
honors,
to me and
3
George
years.
when we would go out like on a Friday night or whatever? No ramming. I don't know what that means, but I think that means
I did a lot of ramming.
cutting class and going to the goddamn beach. I think that's what that is. So I think
Can someone explain to us what ramming is?
it must have been from the 1930s or 40s. Something my mom picked up. Ramming. I don't know what that means.
So how far were we out at Costco before I took my bra off and handed it to you? I wore a bra today. No panties, but a bra.
Not very far. Not very far. We were definitely not over the bridge.
And we were like literally approaching the bridge.
No.
So yeah, I put a bra on for a little while, but that was just fucking weird.
So yeah,
Fries are done.
that was there was we didn't even the Costco was an adventure today, and they actually moved the bread, which is a life-giving substance, by the way.
They
And,
didn't move
and
the
cleared
bread,
that all and put all wine over there. It's all wine all the way into the back.
They have it. One of my favorite wines is the Justin, not the Josh, the Justin. I particularly like the isosceles, but it only comes out like twice a year. But the Justin Cab is delightful.
Isosceles right there. It's triangle.
Yeah, sure. What other topics?
I do not like wine.
Yeah, I know. I misgot him. My buddy G would always come over and drink a little wine with me.
So here's the thing. Here's why I think we need another wife in the mix. You need.
Own husband.
What the hell's a husband going to do? I don't have a job. You think the other husband's going to have a
Yeah,
job?
the
No,
other
we're going to sit
husband-
around and play
the
Mario
other-
Kart all
listen to
goddamn
me,
day.
the other husband will have a job.
No.
Listen,
No.
the other husband.
Women make more nowadays.
Hear me-
It's the woke culture. That women making all kinds of money now.
But I like dick. No, I would like. Okay, I'll take I don't know, yeah, sure, okay.
All right,
Are we open
so-
to being a throuple now? Is that what we're talking
I think
about?
I think
But
we
you
get
gotta
it.
have
No,
money.
but here's the thing.
We'll be a throuple with somebody who has money,
Don't eat the pistachios.
who has a sense of
We
humor.
no, don't eat our snacks.
Oh,
Bring
we
your
gotta
own,
share
bring
our
your own
snacks.
goddamn snacks, lady. I don't, whatever.
Why we're gonna share Costco snacks? She's paying for them. We're just gonna go to the store and pick them up. You're going to the store to pick them up. You can call an Uber and go to the store and get your Costco order. Although I don't know if our Costco order will fit in an Uber. But sure enough, 2 people can shop at Costco. You would not believe it.
It
It saves us so much money. And even if you buy more than you're going to use, you're still saving money. It's bonkers.
and it's worth the trip for the thick cut bacon alone.
The thick cut bacon is the truth, but it is not organic, and that's kind of a thing because pork is a big host to parasites, and most of us are loaded with parasites. Sorry to tell you, there's bugs in your poo.
That's why I need to mail it in.
Once again, the topic of my varsity letter has come up. I did not, in fact, get a varsity letter in truancy. However, I was voted most out of year uniform in my high school yearbook because I went to Catholic school. Can't you tell? And I would get called into the office quite frequently. Miss Medeiros, which was my maiden name, Portuguese, or Portuguese, as my husband would say.
Portugulian.
Portugulian?
Yeah, not Guian. It's not like Ron Guerra or like,
I don't even know who Ron Guerra is.
Now, there's another baseball player, Guian, Ozzie Guian. With L's that
You're just making
is
up
like
weird
a Y.
words.
No,
You're
I'm
just
not.
making-
Ozzie Guian was a guy.
Yeah, your friend was playing with an oil can the other day at the baseball field.
Well, Cam Boyd, number 23, Boston Red Sox, 1986.
From the olden days.
Was from the
Okay.
olden days before they started winning stuff.
Okay, so what was I hearing about before we got on the train tracks?
Dick, thick cut bacon, parasites.
Dick, thick cut bacon, parasites.
The big 3.
3 of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things.
Oh, we were talking about getting an extra wife.
Extra wife. Okay, so extra wife. I think we go either way. Extra
All right, wait,
wife
wait.
or husband.
I gotta ask you a
But
question.
you gotta bring money. You gotta have a really good sense of humor.
No butts, no poop play because we already talked
We're
about that.
not doing poop play, but
all right, well,
if I could shit, I would sell my poop, but I can't.
And lady, if you're coming in, don't send me TikToks every 5 minutes. I gotta catch up on the ones that she sends me.
He
from
watches
the pool.
reels.
I don't know.
It's like TikTok
I am
from
not
6 months
downloading
ago.
TikTok. I don't need that.
Yeah, because you're
I'll
not already being
no,
spied on through your phone.
No, but I'll never
If
leave
you
the
have
house. I'll be
not-
watching.
if
I'll
you
watch
ha-
the gorilla
Hang on.
videos.
If you haven't
24
seen
hours
it,
a day.
you need to watch Snowden. It's a great movie with Edward Norton.
It's a movie.
On Netflix, or
made up.
you can watch the. It's not made up, and that's not fucking
Just
funny.
riling you up.
There's 2 Edward Snowden interviews with Joe Rogan that were fantastic. The shit your phone is collecting all the time is terrifying. It is not just TikTok; it's everyone. Even if your phone is off, they can hear, they can see what's going on. And they literally, they did a video of this where they showed like how you're holding your phone in your house. You're just like walking around, mind your own business. And it's looking at everything in your house. It knows exactly what you bought, exactly where you bought it and what you paid for it so that they can collect that data and sell it. Because if the product is free, you're the product.
Well,
Facebook's free.
We just spent
Guess
20
what? You're the
minutes
product.
reading off like what we bought at Costco and how much it was.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't
people
think we're
have
worried
to
about
eat.
that. Not to be confused with
Not-
Edward
hang on a second,
Snowden
hang on a
Hands.
second.
That's a
Hang
different
on,
movie.
Hang on a second. Do you not see that as a problem?
What with the data? Oh no, I no. As a marketer with the data and stuff like that, I'm done with that. But anyways, I don't think people should be spying on you. I don't think they should know where you go.
But the
in their
reality
store.
is that our government, once again, and
It's not just the government.
I always reference this. All their little friends. Oh look, I found you a nice. I don't know what. Oh, this
Oh,
is
that's
from
off the stool.
the stool here.
Not to be confused with the poop
How's
that
it
you're
for that?
mailing in for.
I would love to.
$500
I can't mail in my poop. You have to put your shit in a box. I've been telling
not-
you for 3
I'm
years.
too old to do that.
You're not too old to shit in a box, Doug. No one's ever too old to shit in a box. I watched my dad shit in a bucket and wipe his ass with a roll of paper towels. I assure you, you can shit in a box. That was the most horrifying moment of my life. Here's a story. Okay. So my dad, some years ago, I don't know how many it is, he found the Lord. Mazel tov. And he does surgery.
I don't think that's the
Good for
word they
him.
use when
Well,
that happens. I think it's more like
what do I think about
Shazam. You know, like,
Shazam?
yeah.
I don't know. And that's fine. Like, you do you. And as part of this, his church goes on service trips. I'm not laughing about his love of the Lord. there's just some stuff about my dad that kind of contradicts with this. We'll say that for another day. So he starts going on these service trips to Guatemala. My father speaks zero Spanish. And if you think I'm uncouth and like overly direct and say ridiculous things, you should meet my father. Can I tell you? I think I've told you this before. When I was in high school, my dad gave me a lovely sex talk. Would you like to hear it? Inspiration for the kids? Perhaps you might want to share it with your own children. So my parents have a beautiful piece of land, 5 acres, and there's a beautiful pond. And so my dad was like, let's go for a walk down by the pond. And usually we'd have fun on our walks down by the pond. We talk about what we wanted to do with the pond, blah, blah, blah. I would tell him I wanted to have a groundhog wedding, etc., etc. Normal father-daughter chat stuff. And so my father gave me a sex talk. And he told me to give my boyfriend a blowjob or a hand job so I don't get pregnant. He forgot the anal loophole, the poop hole loophole, as they call it. But that was not something that was as
prevalent as it is today.
Back then as it is today, but apparently that's a very
I blame the
common
Amish
thing.
for that.
You blame the Amish? Well, they do that. Not the Amish, the Mormons, they do soaking.
Oh.
And soaking is, and just stay there, no moving, just in.
Oh, that
stay.
doesn't count?
Neither does the loophole. Loophole.
I don't know
What, these nice girls saving themselves for
Crazy
marriage?
kids
They're just
today.
giving blowjobs all the know. Or the butthole.
Oh.
So now you know.
Yeah,
These are
I
options
don't
for
know.
everybody.
Well, anyways,
you have options today.
you're
And-
back to your dad and his finding of the Lord.
Oh, so he found the Lord. These conversations always go off the rails. So he finds the Lord and he goes to Guatemala, and he only speaks, like, knows 4 words in Spanish. He knows baño, cerveza, and bonbon, because he would always bring lollipops
In
for all the little
hooker.
kids.
No, I'm kidding. I just made that up.
Somebody I know had a theory that my dad had a whole other family in Guatemala.
Oh.
I don't know. Possible. Who knows?
We'll just spread.
Maybe that kid hasn't been disowned. I've been disowned. Anyway, not the point. The point is that he fell off a ladder and he broke both of his heels. It was terrifying. And he's a big guy and he has some health issues. So they couldn't get him a med flight back for a couple of days. And by the time, they couldn't operate on him because of his other health stuff. And because by that time, they had already started to heal.
And they built that wall in Mexico so they couldn't drive him.
Aren't you hilarious? Anyway, he made friends at every hospital and the air people because, again, a lot like me. God help us both. And he was at the rehab facility, so I go to visit my dad. I bring him some cannabis. You know, I sneak him in some cannabis. We're hanging out. I should have just given him some cannabis oil. Anyway, we're hanging out, and he's like, I gotta take a dump. So it's my dad and this other poor guy. His name was John, very nice man, in the same room. John's by the window. And
Can I visually think of John as in traction, like all 4 limbs are in
No,
traction?
he
He's
was
wrapped up like a mummy.
No, that's kind of the deal. But he could hear, like, because he had like guests.
okay.
They would come over.
Blink
and
if you want to change the channel, John.
kind of. Well, I think he definitely wanted to change the channel at this point. So my dad, so they have like this, and my dad's like probably 6 feet,
Something.
at least 350. He's a big dude. So he's got the portable toilet. He's got this little slide board, and you put the slide board and you slide onto it. And he did it, and God love him, he really handled that like a fucking trooper. And so he's like, I had to take a dump. So I go out in the hallway, and he takes a massive fucking shit. And I'm talking like elephants do not shit this much. And I'm glad for my dad because he was on a lot of pain meds, and usually pain meds block you up. If you're going to a hospital for pain meds, take yourself a bunch of magnesium before you go because they will suck the shit out of you. You'll be backed up for years. Anyway, my dad shit in the bucket and then proceeded to wipe his ass with paper towels, like a half a roll of paper towels. And it is stinking up the room. Poor John is just like, he's got a curtain to save him from the massive stench that is the elephant pile of shit that my dad has just made. I'm worried about his asshole. Paper towels are not soft. I mean, we buy the Viva ones and they're the softest one on the market. I cannot.
Yeah, that would still be a little rough.
I'm not putting that on my asshole. Anyway, my dad had this monster dump. And so I'm like, I got to do something with it. So I take it and dump it in the toilet. And I fill it with like soapy water. I'm like, I love my dad. I love my parents. I would, if no matter how awful things are, if either of my parents needed me to take care of them or whatever, I would do everything I could for them. However, I was not equipped to clean a shit-filled bucket. So I dumped the shit bucket in the toilet. I flushed and prayed, and my prayers did not come true once again. And so some nice gentleman, it was Weymouth, Hingham? Weymouth.
I don't know where that was.
South
It was
Shore,
like, yeah,
Massachusetts.
Weymouth-ish.
As you know, if you're from the South Shore, Massachusetts, if you've ever been there, a lot of Irish people there. And so he has thing broke and he has to deal with the toilet. And he and I ended up having a conversation about religion. I don't think my dad appreciated it. And he plunged the toilet. So poor John, I think he was like, he bringing his Nurse Ratched to come bring him some phenobarbital, and no longer legal in the United States. I tried. You can get it from Peru though. I've got friends down there. Anyway, so that's where, yeah. That's...
Do you think your friends in Peru can give me one of those Pablo Escobar hippos for the pool?
I am a Pablo Escobar hippo for the pool. Well, wait, so we have a little outline of stuff that we go over.
Well, I don't know. I think we seriously got off the rails with the shit bucket.
The theme today was mostly
shit bucket.
This is actually our second theme second theme of shit. The first one was I can't shit, and this one is all about shit. Yesterday was all about anal.
But we did pass on some good information to the folks.
Oh, okay.
About making money off of.
So, so I started talking about health items. We never got there. So a health thing that for people who suffer with chronic pain, one thing that you can do that's fantastic is Jarrow Curcumin 90.
Jarrow.
It's curcumin, turmeric. It's the same active ingredient. Take it every day. It builds up in your system. They've actually studied it and found it to be as effective as ibuprofen without doing the damaging crap to your stomach. You can also buy turmeric and juice it yourself. It looks like little tiny carrots. They taste delightful. And how can, I don't know, 80 billion Indians be wrong? Let's see. Our Indians have never failed us. We get a bunch of them, and they're fantastic.
No tablets.
Oh, that's what
Papa would say.
Papa always says no
that.
tablet. I've never taken a tablet.
Yeah.
And then, but he will give you rum in a pint glass and drink your ass under the table. So anyway, the Jarrow Curcumin 90 is an excellent thing. And the other thing I would recommend is cold plunges. I would love to have a cold plunge tank here. The problem I'm having, so I did this in Massachusetts, where you take your hot shower, and then I would play, do you remember what song?
Ice Ice Baby?
No, although that would have been fitting. Song 2 by Blur. If you don't know this song, it goes, woohoo! Blah, 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 blah. Woohoo! And while you're going under the water, it's appropriate music. It's one of those songs you can't drive like a normal speed to. You're like suddenly you're driving down the road and you're going 110, you don't even realize it. Anyway, you switch the water from hot to cold and you get through one version of song 2. So I face the water for one verse, turn around for the second verse, face the water, turn around, so on and so forth. I was doing
very scientific.
I was doing that in New England. I found it to be very helpful. You can look up contrast therapy yourself. You can look up the Wim Hof method. Actually, today's Wim Hof's birthday. Oh. Wim Hof also has some excellent breathing exercises that you can do. They're all for resetting your central nervous system and your vagus nerve. It's stuff that I should be doing more of that I haven't been doing much of because I've had nothing in me. But give it a shot. And just do it with a cold water in your shower. You don't have to spend $10,000 on a cold tank unless you live in Southwest Florida, and then you are screwed. Our water never gets cold.
Water never gets cold.
Like our pool, I think it got down to 62 this winter, but I usually try to come in the winter when it's cold. This year it's not been a good year for us, but we're turning around.
We're turning around. Started today.
Okay, so then there was 2 animal facts today.
2 animal facts, and they were both from you, as a matter of fact. And me being like the animal enthusiast. It was surprising that you came up with both animal facts today.
What were my 2 animal facts?
The first was the black razor snake that was molting.
Oh, so have you ever seen a snake, a black snake with bright blue eyes? I actually saved a photo of it. I don't know if
we have, and we're going to show you. We're going to share it with you.
So so there's a little snake in there, snake in the grass. But if you look,
if you're a snake in the grass, I'm going to have
this
to
motherfucker has contacts in.
Look at that, blue eyes.
Fucking contacts. So what happens is there's a mucus, that grows over the scales, over their eyes, and the entire thing when they're about to shed, it's all going to fall off. And now you know, it's not like a Teenage Mutant Ninja snake.
So they will have poorer eyesight prior to their shed.
Maybe I'm about to shed my skin. Actually, I'm constantly molting. That makes sense.
You are. Maybe you could tell people about the molting issues that you have.
Oh fuck, the molting issues. So
your skin is an organ, by the way.
Yeah, so it's the biggest organ in your body, and
the best organ.
I generally try to remember to dry brush as much as possible. It's just a brush. It helps with your lymphatic system and your circulation, and a lot of people and cellulite, and a lot of people will say it helps them lose weight. You want to brush always towards your heart. There's all kinds of different ones out there. I highly recommend them.
The dog is back, by the way.
Yeah, it's just barking a little. Although one of our friends did want it.
The dog.
Yeah. He lives far away. The dog is safe. What was I talking about?
That's a horrible friend. It's not a friend to the four-legged community. You were talking about cold plunge, then you were talking about something else. The animal situation. With
the snake.
The snake.
With the blue eyes.
Yeah. And then what was your other animal fact?
I don't know what the other animal fact was.
Other animal factoid. Oh, your sailfish. They were
it was a sailfish. No, not even scuba diving. This guy was free diving.
Free diving.
So scuba diving.
Doesn't cost any
You have
money.
a nice oxygen tank. You stay under there for about an hour. Unless you have like weird lungs like I do, I can stay under there for like 2. But if you on a single tank, which is crazy. But a free diver is going down deep. If you have any interest in feeling like a goddamn superhero, go see Nick Fazra at East Coast Divers in Brookline. For my South Shore friends, I realize that going to Brookline seems like a goddamn nightmare. Go.
It is.
They're just much, much better teachers than I've seen anywhere else. They do they even do a scuba rangers, which like for little kids starting, I think it's age 7 up. But Nick teaches free diving, and he's done all kinds of judging, and he's done all kinds of stuff for Red Bull and the whole 9 yards.
Explain what free diving is.
You literally just dive like crazy
You take a big breath,
deep underwater. You,
go,
got extra long fins, and you're down there like for a long freaking time. Anyway, and Nick's done all kinds of cool photography stuff with his, and you know he's always doing cool stuff. And as dive shops go, they're fantastic. You can get a oxygen tank punch card, so you pay like $50 and you get like 10 fills. They have great deals on used equipment. They have great
prices could have increased.
The prices probably have increased. They have great used equipment. They have a rent-to-own program for equipment, but the training is the best. And I got my cert from somebody else, and Nick still took time to help me because I had issues with my buoyancy and my weight. I needed like 35 pounds of weight to sink, and at the time I weighed like 150 pounds. That's a lot, especially for a woman, but I got a lot of this. And so I can only...
There it is. Everybody take a drink.
It's your titty grab for the night. Anyway, it's... what was I saying is? It's like you're a fucking superhero. So anyway, the notwithstanding being a superhero with Nick and going to East Coast Divers for any of your diving or dive gear needs or dive service needs, this guy was free diving in Florida and came across a sailfish. A sailfish is the one that you see like with the pointy nose,
like a marlin,
like
that
a marlin
looking thing.
They can travel 70 miles per hour. So you're underwater
don't mess with them.
With no, you get a mask on, right? You get your fins.
And that
you
thing's
have
got
no
a
oxygen,
3-foot-long sword for a
and there's
nose.
a sword coming at you at like, I don't know, give or take 70 miles an hour. You know, it may have been just chilling out. But, you know, this Florida guy saw one and photographed it. And brought the photos back to the surface. And I gotta tell you, the thing about scuba diving is it's the only time when I shut up.
Well,
So
I can think one other time, but
not really.
Yeah.
I'm always making some kind of noise. Apparently like a gorilla.
Like gorilla noises.
Can you do it? Can you do an impression of me?
No, I'm not doing it. Good impression of your noises that you make in
think-
private.
People think that you're normal, and it's just because you behave on the
I don't
podcast.
know. You know what I was thinking though, like when you were telling your free diving story, you went off on a tangent about Nick Faza, whatever his
I'm
name
not
is.
even pronouncing his name correctly, but I love Nick. He's great.
And then you had to get back. So I think we should get some sort of graphic so we have a timer on the sidebar. When you're telling a story, we do a timer on the sidebar.
You know, so here's
and then
the
when you
thing.
get back to the original story,
So here's the
we
thing.
just track it.
Here's the thing. I have lesions all over my brain. 1.
Lesions on the brain, folks.
2, I'm on the cannabis.
Yep.
3, I don't know. I'm just fucking stupid.
There is no 3.
You're supposed to be keeping us on the topic.
I'm trying.
And every fucking time I say to you, what were we talking about? You go to 9 topics ago. Keep up. Keep up, old man.
Wow.
Keep up, old man.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm doing pretty well for a brain with no lesions.
So we've got two
Two
health
animal
items.
things.
Two animal things. We had 2 health things. Do we have a song of the day today?
I don't know. We were listening to some Muck Sticky tonight. There was a song. I don't know if it's called Tarzan or Open Up and Say It's just a funky.
You know what? I can check my phone.
It's just so funky good. It's got some good wah guitar in there. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, fuck. You won't tell me?
It won't tell you.
I think it's Open Up and Say Ah by Muck Sticky.
Yeah. It's so good. Because we'll put Muck Sticky on and play the Mario Brothers, and
Oh, you better update them on that one.
It's good. Oh, so we're well, I don't know. We're trying to get this last coin on this last level. You guys don't care, but
Yes, they
one
do.
person has to grab an ice cube, run across, throw it at these plants, while the other one has to run across, turn around, shoot a fireball into a wall of ice, jump down into the wall of ice to get the coin.
While the other one shoots the ice, or slides on the penguin suit.
Bubble, get back. Yeah, see, it makes no.
I don't even know what fucking song it is, but I gotta tell you, there's not a bad Muck Sticky song. Some of them are, like, he sings a lot about being happy. He has a whole children's album, actually. He sings about being happy, he sings about pot a lot, and sex. And so basically,
the
Muck
Urban
Sticky
Dictionary for
is my hero.
Muck Sticky.
Oh my
was
god, can we be a throuple with Muck Sticky?
No, because he's going to be reeking of weed. I can't smell that stuff.
We can get him on edibles.
I can't smell that. No. That's part of his mojo.
I don't enjoy smoking.
Rolling swishers or whatever he's
I
talking
have a
about.
story. Did I tell this story yet?
I don't know. What about your bringing your dad cannabis in the hospital?
No, about my adventure in Maine at a tattoo shop.
I think you may have told that story.
I don't know if
think
I've
you
told
did.
it or not,
I
but
think
I'm going
you
to tell
did.
it. I'm going to tell it.
I think you did tell the story.
I am not a smoker or a toker or a midnight a joker or a midnight toker.
I call you Maurice, is what I do.
Sometimes I'm a space cowboy. But I was in Bangor, Maine at Blind Faith Tattoo. DJ Price is fantastic. He's the owner, great guy, does beautiful
If you're in Bangor, Maine, and have a hankering for a
If you're
tattoo.
in Bangor, Maine, get the Stephen King tour. The guy that does it is fantastic. I forget his name, but he was super nice and he knows everything. You go to Stephen King's house, take a picture in front of the gate. It looks like horns coming out of your head. He shows you where everything was filmed. And I'm not a huge Stephen King fan, but I learned a ton while we were there. And the funny thing is, we go to Bridgeton, Maine. Well, not now, but we used to go to Bridgeton, Maine every summer. I'd gone camping there as a kid. We talked about this before. Vicki Lynn, we're going to win the lottery and buy it. But Stephen King actually goes to the drive-in movie theater that we go to. And so we were talking to the owner, because we talk to everybody. And, Bridgeton's a small town. It's not just me. You talk to everybody, too.
I talk to people when you're not around.
I don't know what to tell you. So, the guy told us that back in the day he would come in his Volkswagen, or was it a Volvo?
He had a BMW, I think.
No, back in the day.
Back in the day?
It was either
I
a
don't
Volvo-
remember.
It was either a
some
Volvo or Volkswagen, but it was an
some
old beat up car, and then
European.
now he comes in his Mercedes, and but he still comes there, and it's
treat.
nice. And
Driving
actually,
theater's a treat.
the movie, what is it called? It's not The Mist.
No, it's what is the name of that movie? But it's based on a grocery store that's there. It's where all these people get trapped in the grocery store, and these killer bugs in a fog are outside, and when people go outside they get eaten by these bugs. But it was based on the grocery store in Bridgeton, Maine that we go to all the time, and you can
The Mist.
The Mist.
2007.
Was it really?
Yep.
All right.
Takes place in Bridgeton, Maine, following a severe thunderstorm. And Bridgeton,
So good.
I'm just telling you, Bridgeton has so many cool things. You can go to Harrison, you can go to Naples, you can go to Long Lake. We rented jet skis is it Danny's Jet Skis?
I don't know. No, we rented a jet ski
if
from
you want to see,
3 years ago.
renting jet skis is incredibly expensive. But if you go the first hour of the day, you have the whole lake to yourself, and it's half price. Do it. There's the Sangha River Queen, which I think that they do like theme cruises and stuff.
Buffet dinner.
And probably a buffet
Probably a
dinner.
ham. Nice
There's
ham.
the seaplane. There's like 10 mini golf places. As a matter of fact, they have the tolls at the main border as one of the obstacles. That's one of our. It's like in the woods. It's very buggy. Put bug spray on.
It's it's one of the best courses.
And it's weird. Why is it that so many mini golf owners are like religious nuts who put Bible quotes everywhere? Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's interesting to notice.
Maybe that was a calling. Maybe they were called to.
No, but it just
some
seems
sort of-
odd, like an odd
We know of
thing
two,
to have in
right? We know
common.
of two, right?
We have two. Our two favorite mini golf places have religious quotes throughout the course.
One has a muskrat living in it.
Well,
river.
the second favorite one is what is it called? Is it
Naples?
no the one
in
in
Naples?
with the one in
Sandwich?
Sandwich.
I think it's called Sandwich Mini Golf.
I believe it is. So Sandwich Mini Golf. Yep, that looks like it's it. It's 159 6A in Sandwich. By the way, there's a town called Sandwich, Massachusetts. You can get your picture taken in front of the Sandwich Police, just up the street from this mini golf place. So they opened in 1950, they have
At the height of the mini golf craze.
they now have 36 holes. He made every single hole himself. His name's Mo. The land is worth millions. He hasn't sold it, and it's just the most charming and fun mini golf course we played. And we spent the summer and we played 31 courses over the course of the summer. We're big mini golfers, not right now, but we normally are. We mini golf with the kids, and it seems to be something that's fun for the whole family, no matter how old the kids are. Mini golf for the family. Do it. Do it. You don't do enough mini golfing. I'm telling you.
One day we golfed all 36 holes at Sandwich. I got 7 holes in one, including on the last hole. I got a freebie.
So we have a bunch of little things we made up. You know how we're the inside jokes that we're trying to clue you guys in on. So one day Doug and I went out to Sandwich to play mini golf, and there's
a creek that runs.
There's a little creek running through, and we're hitting the ball, and I see something in the creek, and I go, "There's something swimming in the water." And he goes, "No, there isn't. That's a leaf." I go, "No, there's something." This is all the time with him, by the way. "No, there's something in the water." Sure enough, it was a muskrat. And so I got my hole in 2, and it was a muskrat. So we said that it was Dos Muskratos. So every time you get a hole in 2, we call it Dos Muskratos. Yeah. And then one day we were up in on Nantasket Beach playing the mini golf course there, which kind of sucks, but whatever. We played that mini golf. It does have some kitsch, though. I like
does
kitsch,
have some kitsch.
It does have
it's got a lighthouse.
So it's okay. So we get around to like the 3rd hole in the back, and there's a goddamn dead crow.
Dead crow.
Right there. We're like, okay. So we decided that if you got a hole in one, because that happened right near that hole, it was called a
holy crow.
A holy crow.
You got to yell holy crow.
You yell holy crow. So we got to the window. We got to the window. We got to the window, and the woman.
There's a crow on.
And she's like, "Yeah, I saw it this morning." Like, just leave us a dead bird out there. Let me tell you something that would never in a million years happen at Sandwich Mountain.
Wouldn't happen most anywhere.
But the funny one, and we got to go through our whole list, but my favorite one was the time we're playing, and it's on 3A in Sandwich, which is a very busy road. If you've ever been to Cape Cod, you've driven on it, it's busy, and sometimes it backs all the way up, clear past Sandwich, at least past the Beehive and all of that. Anyway, that which used to be the Beehive, I don't even know what it's called anymore. So it's this one where you can either go over the bridge, or you can go over the little creek that's there.
There's like a ramp.
And there's a net on the back, like a softball net or whatever, and then the ball bounces and goes wherever it's going to go. So Nolan, yellow ball, he's always the yellow ball, tees off and whacks it, and it bounces off and goes across the highway.
Goes over all of us, over past another hole, onto the road, bounce into somebody's yard over there.
And I made up this whole story about how Nolan killed a man with a golf ball. He was like a one-armed man who's down on his luck.
At least killed a dog.
Nolan put him out of his misery. Did you really just say that?
What? No, he could have killed that crow too. We don't know.
Yeah, but you said he could have at least killed.
He could have. I'm telling you, he could have killed a person, a dog, or
that's not how you phrased it. You said he could have at least killed a dog, and I realize you're thinking about the barking
dog.
I'm
saying he could have at least, like that's the least he could have done. That
dog barked for about 30 seconds, and they brought it in. So we have great neighbors. I have no complaints about any of my neighbors. Although for a while there, we were finding shopping carts on our street, and that was not okay.
That was deluxe.
That was not okay. But for the most part, they're delightful. So Sandwich mini golf. What were we talking about before mini golf?
Before mini golf,
fun things to do as a family.
Well, we started talking about the Dos Muskratos.
Dos Muskratos, and then 3 Chicken Moho. Where did that
3 Chicken Moho. I don't know why.
We came up with that in Rhode Island. The first course we played in Rhode Island on Mother's Day, down on the water with the boys.
Yep.
And
then we went to the other one in the woods with the Scary Owl.
Hut, and then Scary Owl is number 5.
Oh, well, it might have been there was a chicken in a barn or something that made a noise when you knocked it.
Scary Owl there was an owl
in a tree.
And you walk by it, and it goes, ooh, and I'm jumpy, and I jumped up. I screamed my freaking head off.
So 5 is a Scary Owl.
And then 6 is Stapleton.
So no. Stapleton is when I think
Stapleton is when you get robbed of a shot.
Yeah, like if it goes in and out, that kind of thing. That's a Chris Stapleton.
We were playing. There was there used to be a mini golf place right next to Great Woods, or for you kids in the crowd, the Comcast Center. Is that what the hell they call it?
Yeah, it's Xfinity.
Xfinity, whatever.
But there was a nice mini golf place there. We went and played.
It was very small, but like a great course. And I hadn't played that since high school with Dave Doughton. By the way, I haven't seen Dave yet today. I'm a little worried about him.
There was so that night the golf the mini golf place also would park cars for the concert, easy in and easy out, whatever.
And they also had cheap ice cream.
And so we were playing the course, and I'm like, who's in concert tonight anyways? And this is years ago, and my son Wes goes, Chris Stapleton.
Because Wes, mind like a steel trap. He does not forget anything. And let me tell you, a date, he will tell you that it's your half birthday in like 3 days. Like, he'll know. He knows.
So he's like, Chris Stapleton. And none of us had ever heard of Chris Stapleton. We're like, yeah, right. Like that, you just totally made that up.
I called him his imaginary friend. I said, Wes.
So for years,
still,
Chris
to this
Stapleton
day, Chris
is an
Stapleton is my
imaginary
stepson
friend.
Wesley's imaginary friend.
So on the next hole, somebody hit something, and it should have gone in and it didn't. So
we called it a Stapleton.
So it's
and then
Stapleton.
we went up to Western New York. This was actually really cool. We were going for like a family reunion. I was really bummed Noelle didn't make it, but that's cool. We went and rented a houseboat from VRBO. It was right on like one of the
It was on a canal between two of the Finger Lakes.
And,
so it was like right here.
And it wasn't expensive. It wasn't like 100.
Oh, that was not good. Okay.
What?
I just did a gesture that was kind of
like a racial slur?
No, it was sexual in nature.
Oh, do it again.
No, I'd rather not.
Why not?
I was saying there's Finger Lakes.
This night is not going well for me.
Yeah, no, it's
okay.
not so good.
Finger Lakes.
So between two of the Finger Lakes in Geneva, New York, I kind of went like,
okay.
it was kind of like
Go ahead.
maybe a canoe or something. And so, anyways, we rented this like sight unseen. We rent this houseboat because it was Pride Week in Rochester, so we couldn't stay in Rochester, we couldn't stay in Webster, we couldn't stay anywhere in the.
Doesn't matter.
In the greater
we'd already driven like
Rochester
7 hours.
area.
What's driving another hour?
So we ended up going to this houseboat and went and I found it and I'm like, you want to stay in the houseboat? And she's like, yes. And so it had like a main bedroom off the back, and then it had like then it had like this bunk like down under, which had like a short ceiling. The boys slept down there. We played Yahtzee on a boat
because Yahtzee was invented on a yacht.
4 boats. It was for boat use only, and so so we stayed there. It was fantastic, and we went to the family reunion. That was good, and we on the way
hit
back
2 mini golf courses. On the way there, we hit 2 on the way there.
Was it 2 or
and 2
1?
on the way back.
We
went to the one in Western Mass.
Yeah, and I think that was it.
That might have been it. We had those. Oh my God! Remember we had those. They
were pizza skins, or something. It was like they took potato skins and put it into a pizza crust. But it was like loaded. Yeah,
no, it was
insane.
A pizza crust. Why aren't we making this? It was a pizza crust with mashed potatoes and cheese and bacon.
Yeah, it was.
Why don't we eat that every fucking night? It was the most beautiful thing I've ever eaten in my life. I put sour cream on it. But anyway.
So on the way back, we stopped in Cortland. We mapped out this route. We went down around the Finger Lakes, went to Cortland, New York, home of Cornell University, and we found probably the best and coolest mini golf place we'd ever played. We actually played 2 courses.
We played one in Massachusetts. I think it was, I don't remember where it was, but it was out in the western part of the state. And we played it, and that's where we came up with Lollipop Windmill. Because there was a the old mechanical Lollipop Windmill.
And when
so
you hit
Lollipop Windmill is if you hit the ball, and it goes around the hole, like a little rim jump.
Oh, okay. It's the best kind. So in Cortland, we went to 2. One supposedly had the longest hole, which there's one in Cape Coral that also says it's got the longest hole.
Everybody says they have the longest hole.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
I don't want to have the longest hole. I like my hole the way it is.
Nice shallowness.
Nice and
so
tight.
I will say this. So the first one we went to was okay. It was like Pirates Cove-ish. It was okay. So we went to the second one, which was next door to a drive-up A&W.
So the one that the
restaurant.
first one was the one with the longest court.
Yeah.
But it was like a Pirates Cove. And then we went to A&W.
Yeah.
We got food.
Yeah. And we went to the golf course next to the.
Then we went to the golf course next door.
And it's worth the drive.
Can I just say something?
It was so good.
Can I just say something?
Sure. Say whatever you need.
Nolan and I, and of course Nolan was much younger at the time, couldn't help but notice that half the courses look like variations of dicks.
Actually, I do have photos. I could share them as we discussed.
They were like holes that were
there was a shaft, and there was.
Yeah, and of course he's old enough that he knows. Well, he has one. I think he knows what a penis looks like if you have one. And so we were giggling.
Well,
to
they do
ourselves
teach
like
that
little
in
children.
School.
They do teach you parts. I'm telling you, if your child comes to you after playing show and tell with a neighbor, and you're trying to show them so that they don't have to do that with the neighbors, don't Google it. It doesn't end well.
Yeah, no.
It didn't go well for me.
And don't Google Dick Van Dyke either because that ends badly. this A&W paired with this golf course was probably
Best slice of Americana you could ask for. And
highlight
there's
of my
not a
life.
lot of-
Seriously,
There's not a lot of A&Ws open. I think Harwich closed. Did Harwich close?
Harwich did
after-
close, yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
There was one in Marshfield. Somebody opened that back up.
Yeah.
If I had money, I would open that shit back up.
And the ones
Make
down
Zach
here,
run it.
there's a couple like an hour and a half from here, but they're one's A&W and Long John Silver, so it's not going to be the same. Nobody wants that.
Do you know what we have in Cape Coral? We have an all-you-can-eat KFC. I'm not going there. He wants to. It's over by.
It's like Pine Island, isn't it?
No. What's the name of that place? The place where you rent the things. Dave's.
Rent the things.
Mini golf, golf car, go karts.
Oh,
Everclear.
Monster
Gator Mike's.
Yeah.
Gator
Monster
Mike's. Gator Mike's. We haven't been in a while. They have a new mini golf course. They have go karts. They have this VR stuff. They have video games, and then at the bar they have like sometimes bingo, sometimes trivia night, karaoke, whatever. They have different stuff, and they actually wanted to put a drive-in in the city of Cape Coral, wouldn't let them do it, which sucks because we would love that. They had one concert there ever, and it was Everclear, and it was the weekend we moved here, and we went and saw them. We've seen Everclear, 5 times now?
Yeah.
We've met them a bunch, and
This is one of the greatest golf holes ever. It's like a little pinball machine kind of thing.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like a dick.
No, it doesn't. Does that mean we're done?
No, I just
Talking
want to know
about-
if we have any. You didn't take any pictures of the dick holes?
I don't know. Like,
Oh, dude, we totally did.
what is that? That's sort of one, but it's going the opposite way.
That one's got a bend in it, like you.
Hey now, like this, you can kind of tell that's like.
Yeah, no,
shafty
it was
and
all. They were all very
circular
shafty.
at the end.
But that's why it's fun for the whole family, because even adolescents and adolescent
Oh,
wives.
dicks are hysterical.
I love dicks.
Well,
We don't have enough vagina fun though. I mean,
Oh,
we
there-
have plenty
there
of vagina
actually-
fun. I mean, like in the world, like everybody's like, don't talk about vaginas.
there is a hole in the Fort Myers one that was very vagina-y. I have a picture of that as well.
Oh, well,
which
you
I
can
will
see if
share
you
with
have
the
it.
people.
I have a story about the Fort Myers mini golf place. So we were playing mini golf. The kids were in town. It's not Fort Myers. It's down the street. There's Fort Myers. So we've played since we got here. We played Gator Mike's, which
old school
Gator Mike's, which was just like putt putt. It was fine. Nothing exciting. With a little buggy, but whatever. It's Florida, and it was the season. The second one we played is Tropic Breeze, which we've played multiple times now. I really like it. They usually have good music. They have good holes. They also have what they call the world's longest hole.
This is the vagina hole. I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Yeah,
there's
that's
very,
a vagina
very,
hole. That's over at Tropic Breeze.
That is the one. No, that's
in
the
Fort Myers.
Amazon one, the African
All right,
safari
so we'll get
one.
there. So the
Yeah.
Tropic Breeze in Cape Coral, and usually they have a Groupon, and they have, I think they do food truck night Friday, so you can go for the food truck and do mini golf. They also have laser tag. There's usually a Groupon for all of it. Very nice people there. We're like the third or fourth hole, and that song comes on. Can you sing it?
Is it
If I-
Chasing Cars? If I
What's-
just lay here.
Sing it.
If I just lay here. And she lays down on the ground at the mini golf place. If I just lay here.
Well, why do I do it? Do you remember the story?
I don't remember the
I'm
story.
too old for that shit.
I don't remember
So
the
the
story.
story was that Nolan said that whenever he heard that song, it made him sad, and I couldn't exactly shut it off, so I laid on the ground. So now whenever the kids hear that song, they expect me to lay on the ground. So there's your song today. Counting Cars. If I lay
Chasing
here.
Cars. Is it Chasing Cars? It's Okay Go, right? Is it okay?
It's by Chasing Cars.
Oh, Chasing
and
Cars
it's
by Snow Patrol. That's right. Same difference. Snow
Chasing
Patrol.
Cars by Snow Patrol. And so I laid on the ground. It's actually, that song's been covered, and I like the covers better than I like the original.
I want to do a hip hop. No, I want to do a reggae version of every song known to man.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. I would like to hear, we haven't heard any feedback about our songs. I don't know if anybody's ever listened
Nah,
to
we
our
don't
recommended songs, you assholes. Although, you know what we started talking about?
What are we talking about?
Bangor, Maine. We got off track.
Oh, jeez, that was 20 minutes ago.
Yours-
We went on a mini golf tour.
Okay, well, we'll
for
mini
folks.
golf and remind me. Sometime I'll tell you about my fun in Bangor, Maine,
Bangor,
and
Maine.
why I choose primarily to take cannabis oil straight, which is basically like taking an edible, or to vape cannabis oil, because if I smoke, I cough, and I cough, I pee, and there's a whole story. It involves a felon
and a
Jeep.
quick getaway.
and a lot of pee.
And I was not there, and so she's calling me up to tell me this
We're gonna tell the
afterwards.
story.
Yeah,
That's a story
it's
apparently
story
for another day.
It's a whole episode.
All right, so mini golf. So then there's one in Fort Myers headed towards like you're going to Sanibel. There's one that you can feed gators, and it's expensive. It's like $5 for like a bag of gator food. I'm pretty sure you can
You
just
put it on the end of a string, and they jump out of the water.
It puts out like a paper clip, and you put the food on the paper clip, and you hold the stick. It's got a string like a fishing pole, but with a paper clip on the end, and the alligators eat it. And they're little ones. They're like, I don't know,
3 feet. Yeah, 4 feet.
And it's a nice course, a little buggy.
It's a very nice course. Yeah, but not a lot of kitsch there. I mean, it's very.
We like our kitsch.
We like the windmill. We like the you know.
We like obstacles and kitsch. We like handmade. We want 1950s vibes.
Yeah, we want them.
We want to go back to when America was great.
Did you just say America was great before the Civil Rights Act was signed into?
No, I want
I
everybody
know,
to have civil
I
rights, but I would like everybody. If a wife wants to stay home with her kids, I would like her to be able to do that. I'd also like for her to be able to own property. So somewhere in the middle of like
own property. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's always a thing. But here's the thing. I don't think any time is cooler than now because you got cool stuff.
I'm fucking done with now. All I want to do now is live in the fucking woods. Sign me up. Come on. Who's into the cult?
When are you gonna go back? You're gonna go back, going back to the dinosaurs?
No,
they'll
I'm
eat you.
I'm just starting over and doing
Revolutionary
my own thing.
Times?
Just starting over and doing my own thing where I hang out with a bunch of cool ass people who are like, oh wow, we think differently, and yet here we are respecting one another.
So that's
homeschool our kids, eat healthy organic food, raise beautiful animals.
There's gonna be kids in my compound.
There's gotta be.
It's too loud. It's too loud.
Who's gonna do the dirty work if we don't have kids? We gotta get somebody to clean the shit out of the chicken coop. That was hard to say. I don't know.
No, what we got to do is find an animal that will eat chicken poop, and then we just have them cohabitate, and then it's a self-covering
chicken
situation.
poop is excellent for your garden, though. You need that chicken poop. Everything's like it's an ecosystem. It's
like biodome.
You know what it is? It's a circle of life. Now you guys know
if we had a cat, you'd have picked it up and held it up. Is that from that movie? The Circle of Life from the Lion movie thing?
I can hold up my drink. It has a butterfly on it. It's the circle of life. People are going to think I'm crazy.
Circle of headache.
Our whole marriage is a circle of headache. Marital hate. Okay. So,
I don't know about you guys, but
there's one other mini golf course. Wait, you don't... Go ahead.
I was just saying, I think I'm on fire tonight. I've made... Yeah.
You're more feisty than usual. So then we... So, the final golf course has got a jungle theme. We actually really liked that one. That was fun.
Yeah, it was nice. The guy was nice. The guy's a super nice guy.
When you come down here, here's the thing you gotta watch out for.
Shysters.
Shysters, yeah, sure. And, although I think that might be an offensive racial slur.
Shyster? I'll look it up and I will apologize.
Specifically to a certain group of people.
I don't know. I'm just...
But if we say something we're sorry. We're just sorry. We're sorry. It was so funny, actually, the other day I almost left a group, or unfriended someone because I thought they were not like that I wanted to not be their friend, but I didn't want to offend them. I never want to offend anyone. You know what they should do? Raise hell and praise Dale! That's a whole other story. Back to episode 3.
Oh, interesting.
What?
The word shyster is a mid-19th century, said to be from Scheuster, S-C-H-E-U-S-T-E-R, a name of a lawyer whose behavior provoked accusations of shyster practices, perhaps reinforced by the German Scheisser, worthless person.
I think it's been used in a derogatory way to describe Jews. I think you're not supposed to say it.
I'm going to look it up.
So if it's from a German expression, it might... You could just say, is Scheisser offensive?
It is offensive. What does it mean in slang? A person who is professionally unscrupulous. I was just... Yeah.
Is the New York Law Journal covered it.
Oh.
Terms mean different things to different people, meaning out of context, as we as lawyers, blah, 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 according to blah, blah, blah. According to the Observer, shyster is a deplorable and demeaning word, not acceptable in polite company. It's offensive, redolent, and prejudiced and hatred.
Various false etymologies have suggested...
The part about prejudice threw me for a moment, but the Observer explained that shyster has traditionally been loaded with anti-Semitism. So we will never use that word again.
Well, it does say it's.
We'll try not to.
It said that it was possibly associated with the character
that's
Shylock from Shakespeare's
But that's
Merchant of
Wikipedia.
Venice. What are you looking at? Law.com?
Law.com.
You're going to trust a lawyer?
More than I'm going to trust Wikipedia. I mean, I don't know.
I just.
But here's the thing. You have never mind the words people say. Look at their intentions and their actions. I know I have gotten myself into a shitload of trouble by taking people at their word because I'm an honest person, and I say what I mean. And I mean what I say, and I, generally.
So now I'm in trouble for.
Don't know how to. I don't think you're in trouble, but I don't know. We're not sure if we can say it, but if we say something that's offensive to anyone, we're really sorry because we don't want to ever hurt anybody's feelings. You have to know where our intentions are, and you have to know where the intentions of other people are. So if somebody says something, they don't mean any harm. You could just, politely say, hey, you know what, that word kind of bothers me because, if you know it means this, blah, blah, blah. But also, understand that everybody's doing their best. The definitions of words keep changing, blah, blah, blah. The world is changing. Like, everybody's doing their best. Let's just be kind and compassionate toward one another. And also, if you have, your life is so easy that you can get fucking offended by people using a word, please trade problems with me. Please, I beg you, trade problems with me.
Soapbox.
Oh, dude, I will go on my soapbox all day. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go on every town page when some fucking Karen is bitching about, hey, my neighbor's cat looked at me funny.
But why do you let it bother you? Why do you let it bother you?
Prayers, no, it's not about it letting me bother me. I'm going to post on those things. Prayers are with you and your family during this difficult time because I think we all need a little fucking levity. And you would think after COVID people would have it, but I think it's even less than normal. I think that there are people during COVID that got more compassionate, and it was a very small set. And then you got the people during COVID that just were miserable and took it out on everybody.
I want to see data on that.
I'm looking at the world around me. That's data.
Data. I don't know how you get data on miserable people. Are you miserable?
Kidding me?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
How do you get data on that?
I'm sorry.
Is there a questionnaire that's like...
I can't name names. Are you telling me you don't know how you get data on miserable people and you don't think we know any miserable people?
No,
Are
we
you
know
on
plenty
crack?
of miserable people.
He's on crack.
But here's the thing. How do you collect data on miserable people? Do you ask them, are you a miserable person? Yes. Check yes.
No, if
yes.
everyone says
no,
they don't
no.
want to be around that person, or if your skin crawls when you're around that person, or all the terrible things that we can associate with some of the people that we know. Yeah, there's people in this world that suck, and we're gonna wish them peace, love, and happiness anyway.
So you're saying you collect data on miserable people from other people?
No, I collect data on miserable people because they're awful to me, and I'm seeing it in the world around me, and I'm not gonna stand for it anymore. I'm gonna last year was all the Karens. Now this is gonna be the year of the Stacy, where everybody's gonna be fucking nice, everybody's gonna be fucking compassionate.
Names, people names.
What names did I call
Karens,
people? I'm calling myself a Stacy. Be a Stacy.
Well, can we review what being a Stacy is? Not a lot of clothes, hardly ever bra, rope hair.
You can have rope hair if you want to. You can have whatever kind of hair you want.
Bunch of tattoos.
You can have tattoos. You cannot have tattoos.
Fancy bejeweled Yeti tumbler. Or is it a Yeti tumbler? Or is
no,
it
this is
it's
a hydro flask that I bought. It's got this bejeweled butterfly. It's from the Dollar Tree. It was $2 for $1.
How are you supposed to impress people with your bejeweled thing when you tell them it's from a Dollar Tree? You have to say that is a designer.
I'm not here to impress
you
people.
took that to Celine Dion's dressmaker, and she
I'm not here.
beaded that by hand.
Wrong wife. Look. You got an albino gecko again.
I don't
Top
see
of the
him.
door.
Top of the door. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
We call him Whitey.
Here's the thing. We're calling him Whitey now?
He's albino. What else you to call him?
I don't know.
See-through? He's kind of more
Mr.
see-through.
Bulger? What? Okay. What were we talking about?
That's what I call my pants, Mr. Bulger.
This cup I bought 5 years ago. I have 2 of them. They were very expensive. They were $40 a fucking pop. I have used them for every drink I have had since then. I had to order the tops separately. It was a nightmare to find them. It's the straw cap. It's $10 extra. Every single drink I have had for the last 3 years has come out of these, minus being in restaurants, of course. Although I've definitely drank out of them.
And minus those pumpkin things you get at Starbucks.
I get like what 2 pumpkin things a day. As a matter of
year.
fact, I use my I had points expire on me, but I used my leftover points on my leftover like account balance to get a Starbucks today, and Doug got an ice cream.
Well, I got
I
an
didn't
ice
get
cream at
coffee.
Costco.
I got like a pineapple drink.
It was a pineapple drink. Tell the people how you enjoyed that. Was it?
It was delightful.
Was it fizzy?
It was with no.
No.
It had so I had to make it with extra water because I don't like things that are sweet. And then it has these pineapple chunks in it. So apparently they put dried pineapples in it, and I like those. They're like you kind of chew on them a little bit. I found them to be delightful.
Interesting.
Believe it or not, if you have a sweet tooth, get yourself some fucking dried fruit. They have it. Actually, Target sells it. Usually,
Don't get the water. I don't like the watermelon.
the watermelon.
It's like watermelon jerky. It's not
If
good.
you're a cannabis user and you use the mango, it'll increase the effects of the cannabis. There's raspberries, there's strawberries, but you want to make sure you get the ones with the organic berries because berries are one of the most
Sought after things for pesticides.
sought after by pesticides.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying
So I wouldn't
to throw
advise
some lingo
that.
in there.
ASA finds shyster is not an offensive term.
See, I'm good.
Who the fuck knows?
I'm good. I mean, no harm.
We mean
with
no
my
harm.
Words.
We love everybody. What was it?
We were talking about mini golf. I used shyster, and then we went off on a tangent, and then we ended up at.
We never talked about Bangor.
We never
We
talked
did
about.
talk a
We're gonna
little
save
bit
that.
about mini golf. Anyway, mini golf, fun for the whole family. Do it.
Yeah, I encourage you.
If you're in New England, I mean, I can't speak for. Yeah, down here, there's got to be a million fucking places. If you want to get your family together, make it a thing. We go to all the mini golf courses. Your family will be together because you get into it. Make a little podcast. Make a little whatever. And come up with your own family traditions. Come up with your own inside jokes.
Yeah,
and
don't listen
then you
to
make
us.
a podcast and tell them all about them.
We had actually my goal was to do every mini golf place on the Cape, but we fell short by a few because some of them aren't open for that long during the year, and a couple of them were way out, like Provincetown. The one at the drive-in.
Plus,
up
me
in
being sick is a
Wellfleet.
problem, and we lost today
kind of a
because we went on Nolan's birthday. We're going to try to
That's
play
right,
some
we
mini golf.
lost
We were
that.
supposed
That
to
was
play
good,
like
and
5
then-
courses in P-Town, and
Yeah.
Noelle got hit. She was stopped at a. I have to go on a tiny tirade about this. The town of Scituate, Massachusetts, which is where we moved from. Well, Marshfield, but same thing. We used to live in Scituate. There's a road called 3A, and at Manlot Road and Booth Hill Road, there are regularly accidents, and I mean terrible, terrible accidents. And my daughter was actually stopped on the side street on Manlot Road, and right next to the police station. And one car was turning, the other car hit them, and they pushed into my daughter's car. She was driving an old Volvo. She was fine.
And was hit by a Volvo. It was a Volvo on Volvo crime, minus Volvo points.
Not cool. Well, she didn't get any minus Volvo points because it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, she's still got a
So
couple.
thankfully, our friends the
Demerits.
Hunts were right nearby, and they took Noelle to the I think it was like their 50th class reunion, which was hilarious.
And we're down the Cape having
We
a
were in
good old time.
Provincetown, so it took us 2 hours to get back. I'm having a near heart attack, and my daughter's anxious.
It's her
And
first
so,
little accident.
the car was fine. I don't know why they fucking towed it, but that's beside the point. So, and then we got like nothing out of the insurance company. They didn't even look at the car. They were like, "Oh, $200," because that's I don't know what they're fucking thinking, but that's what they wanted to offer us.
Had no damage.
It didn't have no damage. We had to replace that light,
Yeah.
and there was damage to the grill. And the $200 didn't
right.
cover it.
There
Like
was.
we
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was never whatever.
It broke the hood latch thing that you had to like mess with the hood
But
latch.
the reality is the insurance company fucked us because that's what insurance companies do. They fuck everybody.
Wow.
And not in a fun way either. No lube right up the ass. Anyway, so we
heard it here
didn't
first.
get all our mini golf in that day, and but we did it over I think the next weekend or whatever. We had a pretty good day anyway.
We ended up
Nolan
going
was-
back and
Nolan was a very good sport about it, and Noelle was.
But we did get 2 courses
shaken.
in, I think, right? Before we got the call, right?
I think we may have gotten.
I
Yeah,
know-
we got
I
2
think we got
courses.
2
We
in.
did. We got 2 courses in before we got the call.
And then we went back, we got Noelle, and then
we
we
were planning on
went to
doing 4
lunch at the
courses.
Cask, which was actually
I don't even
pretty good.
remember that. We went to the
Yeah.
Cask and Flagon.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Are they even still open?
Was it the Cask? The one, yeah, the one over in Marshfield, right?
Cask is in. I think that's Pembroke.
No, well, maybe.
Cask
yeah.
and Flagon's in
The
Pembroke.
one that you drive by to go to our old house. In
Which old
Marshfield.
house?
Marshfield. Oh, the Fours is the other one. Yeah, so it was Cask. It was Cask.
Oh, Cask and Flagon in
In
Pembroke.
Marshfield, Pembroke, whatever.
I vaguely remember that. Get the appetizers. The entrees are overpriced. We went there for my birthday, actually, one year.
Yep.
Right after a funeral. We couldn't find a single open restaurant, and they were open, thank God. Why was TK's closed?
Why was TK's closed?
The TK's is open till like 1. Why didn't we just go to TK's?
I think we called them, and it was a Monday.
Oh, and they were closed.
Yeah, or they were.
That's right. A lot of restaurants, hair salons closed on Mondays.
It's the day of the Lord.
So I haven't heard back from my friend Dave. He had surgery today, and I'd like to thank everybody who prayed for him. If you could say another prayer, I'd appreciate it. And you know, pray for all of our friends with, you know, physical and mental health issues. You know, a lot of my friends are suffering from chronic health problems, and let me tell you something. It's like daily fucking torture. You feel like you're in a fucking Turkish prison. I don't know what Turkish prison is like, but it's fucking.
It can't be
torture.
good.
I don't think it's a good time.
It can't be good.
I don't think that they have electricity.
They give you, imagine, you know how like in jail they supposedly give you bad food? Like imagine bad Turkish food in a bad Turkish jail. Like you can imagine like what they give you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good
Slide
time.
it under the door.
But I'll tell you, it's insanity. Okay, so we had, we were going to do, so it's already 9:26.
Yeah.
Cooking.
On a Friday.
Buy the ready-made tacos at
Yeah,
Costco.
taco kit. Careful bringing it out to the car
Craft.
though. Clamshell.
Okay, so somebody suggested I reach out to my friend Jay. I will. But we want to do like all the Boy Scout badges. So if anybody has the Boy Scout books laying around or sees them at a thrift shop,
We could Google it, but it'd be
I'd
more
like to
fun
start
if we
doing
got
that. I'd like
your
to make that a
notes
thing.
on the inside.
Also, 2 things we want to do is to find clips from this video that to share for people who don't have the attention span you guys do. And we'd love for you to tell us which clips to save. And then the other thing is...
This is international sign language for clips.
Video
Clips.
clip. The other one is if you have a quote of an episode. So if we say something particularly ridiculous, we're going to name the episode that title, and we'll give you credit for it. We'll go back and say, hey, this episode named by so-and-so. So it's the best quote of the episode. You pick it.
That's going to be a hard one to pick on a lot of these. Like tonight, I think
I do say some fucked up shit, but you know, again, every suggestion we get, we'll go with. And then we're gonna do our gratitude, and then we're gonna news. So what was our news? Our local news item? Do we have a local? Well, the sailfish thing is that kind of
Sailfish
local
was sort of local, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale still wet.
Underwater. Please say prayers for them. A lot of people losing.
It's
stuff.
the worst. Water is terrible.
It's not good. International news item. We did actually discuss the Bud Light can thing a little bit more. So they have regularly done commemorative cans for various reasons. The person that they did, I don't even remember her name, was 365 days a girl. She identifies as a 13-year-old girl and markets herself as a 13-year-old girl. So
maybe alcohol is not the right vehicle for that.
Well, that's a whole other story.
Perhaps. I don't know.
It seems as if they never even got distributed. Because the distributors refused to take them. We don't even know if they were printed.
We don't even know if they're manufactured for distribution.
So there was the commemorative cans, and she got one of those, and there's so many of them or whatever. And then they were going to do the he and hers edition, or pronoun cans, and they have since shelved that idea. They haven't fired the marketing team, but, you know, and you know, again, we have very different political views, although we both have trans friends, we have trans family member, and, you know, we support them on their journey in whatever way we can. But when companies, I think a lot of companies are trying to placate different groups in order to get their market share. And I would like to think that the trans community is smart enough to see through that they're being fucking placated. But moreover, when you're a marketing company, or I don't think anybody wants, like, you're grabbing your beer, like, you don't want to have a political discussion based on the beer that you're holding. You know, a lot of people are just trying to avoid politics in general these days.
That's why they drink.
And we try to discuss like a couple items here and there, just to kind of demonstrate that you can have completely different political views and have an intelligent conversation and treat each other with respect, which we usually do.
I just came up with a perfect ad that they need to run to smooth this whole thing over.
All right, well, I want you to say that to the end, because that's going to be the best part. Can you do it?
It revolves around Budweiser. So
good. I want to hear it. So another valid point is Anheuser-Busch has been purchased. They're now a European company, so they're no longer an American product. Maybe go with like a nice Sam Adams, my friends, or I don't know, did they get bought? I don't know what beers are made in America. Go to a local brewery. How about that? That's always a good time. We've got a great one. We've got a couple great ones in Fort Myers. I know that there's, what's the one in Situate?
Nevermind?
Is it
Nevermind?
Watch Company?
No, that's here. Oh, yeah. I don't
fuck
know
is
what
that
it is.
place?
I don't
Anyway,
drink beer, so...
over by Greenbush.
Over there. Just walk around, ask people.
Go get some beer from them. Get
Anyway.
local American products. Because guess what? Bud Light tastes like piss. I'll sell you my piss for cheaper than beer. But like a case of beer is like $12.99. I'll give you like a week's worth of urine for like, I don't know, $5. You just pay the shipping. I'll give it to you for free.
I just freaked out the other day. I looked at a
Somebody's gonna
2
want
liter
that.
of soda, $3.79.
Well,
It was 99 cents like 15 minutes ago.
$3.79 worth of soda. You know what that is? It's also like a lifetime of health problems because you're ingesting high fructose corn syrup. You might as well
Everything
just do some
costs crazy
fucking
money.
meth.
Used to be
Yes,
99
everything.
cents.
Not if you go to Costco.
They pour it in your hand for a dime.
Okay, so, and here's my final point. When you're marketing, your job is to market, to your demographic. And if you're looking to expand that demographic, that's fine. But you don't want to alienate your base in the process of doing it. And that's why this was a major fuck up on their part. So, anyway, Doug has come up with a creative director here with no job, by the way.
You have to just smooth things over with folks.
Has come up with his campaign.
Okay.
What is it?
So
I haven't heard this, by the way.
I just came into my head. This could be awful. So
Probably.
you have a can of Budweiser, like the old fashioned, like, the white, the red, whatever. It says he, him under it. Next, it's a nice frosty glass bottle. It says she, her, right? Then you've got a 6-pack that says they, them. And then on the bottom of it, across the big headline, we love everybody. Done. Print it, ship it. Budweiser loves everybody. Take it or leave it.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
It's a 6-pack. It's a they, them.
I get it. No, I got it. I think it's better than what they currently have.
They just come out, and everybody needs to love everybody. Enjoy your beer. Enjoy whatever. I don't care what the hell you enjoy. I'm not going to enjoy anything any less just because somebody else likes it or doesn't like it.
But I want to make sure that we're accurate. If we talk about something that's a news item, I want to make sure that we are accurately portraying.
No, because that's why. Because we're still looking into that.
Somebody. One of my
we have our
friends
research department.
One of my friends told me that a friend of hers, which now of course it becomes like second. Sorry, Deb, but it's secondhand, right? So it's one of her friends. Is a distributor, and they refused them, or they were delivered. She said something, but that she had a friend that's a distributor, and they're aware of them. So I don't know. It's been hard to find information about it, but it was a big fuck up on their part.
I still would like one for my collectibles.
Yeah, Doug loves collectibles, and he's convinced that those are worth something. If you happen to see one, he would love it if you got him one. Okay, so we need to do our gratitude. So 10 things.
I didn't have cooked dinner tonight.
Woohoo! Didn't have to cook dinner.
Costco.
2, I made it to Costco, and we saved a fucking fortune because fucking Costco 5% back.
And you made yourself a little friend at the checkout.
By the way, Jen, I should have asked you if you wanted anything, and I thought of it, and then in and out of my brain because
we're not a delivery service, Stacey. We're not going to do nice.
We're not going to deliver it to 2 doors down. Incidentally, I have a freezer full of keto popsicles. Not popsicles. They're salted caramel keto bars, Jen. Come on down.
They're terrible, Jen. You don't want
Soph, Macy, Lenny, just help yourself. They're in the freezer in the garage. Just I don't know, yell. I'm probably naked.
Don't tell her where it is. She'll break in the night.
She
take
strikes
the whole
me
box.
as someone
It's
who breaks into
it's
a
like
lot
a
of
$7
houses.
box.
She's like the nicest person I've ever met in my life, and she's like,
she's over there with those kids being all nicey.
All right, so
she's gonna break in and steal my keto bars.
You're thankful for not having to cook. I'm thankful for Costco. You're thankful for.
I'm thankful for you getting out of the house, enjoying some beautiful sunshine and Florida weather.
Okay, I'll take it. I am thankful that I got to. I gotta reach out to Charlie and find out how it went with his house today. I am thankful that my friend Charlie is getting more settled on his property. He has 16 acres for himself, 14, 15, 16, something around there, in Middleborough, right on a pond. And he is living the dream off-grid and doing what a lot of us would love to be doing right now. I just don't think I'm ready for Charlie's cult. That would be terrifying for me. Love him.
He would be. He's got that booming voice.
He does. He has an awesome voice. But I'm happy he got his house. If he got his house,
say that.
So there's, he's got a voice like that. He does a beautiful talk, and we'll eventually have him on when we figure out how to do guests. We're still figuring shit out. So anyway, what are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? Again today, I had a great interview today. Phone interview with a recruiter. I have no idea if I'm.
Everybody say a little prayer.
She tended to think that I was, one of the top couple candidates that she was going to push me forward. So we'll see if we get pushed forward.
But the money was a little low.
Money was a little low, but it was for a company that does Web3, whatever that is, which I actually know a little about, but not a lot. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna write some notes, special things to say, like nomenclature that I would need for this interview.
So
but anyways,
Web3 is basically the next version of the internet. It's like talking about things like Meta
They'll
and
go for my job.
Bitcoin and all that craziness. That's what Web3 is. It's basically the next iteration of the internet.
Yeah.
So
anyway, the call
AI.
went well. It looks like she will try and put me through. Hopefully they'll look at my stuff and say, yes, this is amazing. Have an actual interview with a hiring manager.
Well, every time you haven't had a lot of interviews. When you get an interview, they love you.
Yes,
they love you. Like
I was told to weaponize my personality in that interview.
I don't know what do you think? Does Doug tell them to check out his podcast?
No.
Check out my podcast.
Check out my wife going on tangents about poop
and butt sex.
Poop and butt stuff.
And mini golf and laying on the course. I mean, we talk about, I don't know, what's the weirdest thing
you know what? I think just in hindsight, you could have talked about laying down on them, and you didn't have to actually lay down on the ground here. I think you'd have told people that you did.
Well, we were singing that song. Whenever that song gets played, I have to lay on the ground. It makes the boys so fucking happy.
Well,
I do it like at the second hole when it comes on, because this is how every time we go there, that song comes on.
Yeah.
It's like the second hole, and by the fifth hole, Wes is still laughing.
Still laughing about it. Well, I think he's laughing at you, not with you at that point.
Well, it's possible, but the other thing is that I can't really get up and down very easily. Like, I can't even bend over to pick up my golf ball because of my POTS, so the kids have to do it for me. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, the blood can't pump from your feet up to your head, and so there you go. And there was a celebrity that just got POTS. Bethany Frankel from the New York Housewives, and
Greg from the Wiggles.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know about the Yellow Wiggle, but Bethany Frankel was off fucking snowboarding. Like, fuck you with your first world fucking problems. I can't even stand.
Alleged.
But POTS. I did. I stood in Costco. I got on the floor. I got back up. That's a big day for me. This was a very, very big day.
It's funny because I'll see you at Costco and you're going down this aisle. I'm like, why are you going down this aisle? You need to conserve your energy.
Because I want to live.
You always go fast.
I fucking want to live a fucking normal life, and I go fast.
Well, you can't.
I go fast because I'm in agonizing pain.
Well,
and I want the pain to be over. So there's that. Okay. So
want the pain to be over. That sounds like a blues song.
Okay, so
the pain to be over.
So I was supposed to be thankful for something. Oh, it's my turn to be thankful. I am thankful. So you had your good interview.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I had a chat with my little pal Todd today. Like my friends in general. I'm just thankful for all of my friends and certainly all of you guys. My friend Darcy sent me a Marco Polo, which I have not watched yet. Darcy, I will get to that tomorrow. And I owe you the story about your bad date, unless you want me to share it with the podcast. Let me see what else. Darcy's bad date. Todd, I get to talk to just a bunch of my friends today, and they just keep me going. They inspire me, and they just always make me feel good. And you guys always make me feel good. And I'm just really fucking grateful.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
And I'm also grateful for Doug, because there's no way I was going to be able to unload the Costco, or load it into the car, or put oil in my car today, or cook breakfast, or like other thing. Like, he found me an outfit.
She's in line. We're in line in the Jeep. We order her Starbucks drink. We see there's an AutoZone across the way. I jump out, across the street, across the parking lot, boom, AutoZone. I get out, and I'm like, oh, where is she? Because you never know, she might be screaming around the corner, so I gotta be careful. So I look over, she's still next in line to get to the window at Starbucks. So, I jump in the car.
And we made a new friend, Andrea. She goes by Andrea at Starbucks in Cohasset.
Not Cohasset.
Not Cohasset.
Cape Coral.
She was delightful.
She was very nice.
There's a girl who was at Costco today in Fort Myers. I don't know her name. Beautiful young girl.
Lady.
Teeny tiny little thing. And she works for Starbucks, but she's been trying to find the strawberry frappuccino. She hasn't been able to find it anywhere. Her Starbucks doesn't have it. I told her to post about it on social. Who knows if she's going to? But if anybody knows anything about a Starbucks frappuccino, that would be great. Did we do 4, 5, 10?
I don't know. I was also grateful that Stacy came home, jumped in the pool, and I got to put the oil in the car, put away all the.
I already said that stuff.
Put all the way this. I'm thankful for the time it took that I had to juice some lemons for your special lemonade, which we can talk about. Well, we'll talk about that another
He
time.
forgot to give me an armpit lemon.
So, and then
armpit
dinner was essentially just heating up some shredded chicken that came in the taco kit, and we were good. Heated up in the air fryer.
We already covered all of this, no?
I'm just thankful that I got the time to do it. It was all done. I cleaned up a little bit. Everything was good. We got to play a little Mario before the podcast.
We are stuck on level. So, as you guys know, we believe that playing Super Mario World Wii as a married couple or as a couple will help you determine whether you should get married. A little late for us. We're already married and we've been playing. And that's how we first developed marital hate, because my husband sucks at Nintendo. Or I go too far ahead and we would yell at each other, marital hate! And so that's pretty much it. I just realized, so every once in a while before the podcast, I always try to throw mascara or brow stuff on. So I'm like not a ghost. And that's all I have on. And
but today you didn't?
I kind of threw some mascara on, but it was at the last minute. But I threw some concealer on because I had black circles under my eyes, and now I look like Donald Trump. You know, he always has like the white because they put too much under his eyes. Anyway, I look like Donald Trump right now. We are going to make podcasts great again. So shall we talk to our? So as always, we're thankful for you guys.
We are.
We're about to talk to our friends, all the cool kids that stay and hang out, and yeah, if you're not like somebody that we know in real life and you're just joining us now, thank you. You are our friends now.
If you're watching on the toilet, that's just weird.
If you're watching on the toilet, knock yourself out. Maybe get yourself
don't knock yourself out, because that's how Whitney Houston
while
died.
You're at it.
She knocked herself out on the toilet.
Wait, I think that would be like that'd be like a wild Friday night. A Blumpkin in our podcast? That would be a wild Friday night. If you don't know what a Blumpkin
I don't
is,
know
you
anybody.
should look that up on Urban Dictionary.
Nobody should have that, and nobody should.
It's not my bag, but you know.
I don't know.
Everybody.
I'm sure it's been done.
I just want everybody to be happy.
Been done.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's all I want in the world, is for everyone to be happy.
Happy and peppy and bursting with love.
Look at how that shadow is. It looks like it's popping up
it
under
does?
there,
It
but
looks like
it's just
yeah.
because there's an icon
It's
there.
It's great to
Anyway, okay, so we're going to talk to our little friends, some of you being littler than others, and tell you how much we love you. If you like our podcast, please share, comment, like, tell your friends, tell your enemies if you hate it. Tracy, thank you for being here all the time. I don't know about these lurkers. We're waiting for the time when the whole neighborhood gathers around to find out what the fuck is going on here. So far, we just have a lot of burrowing owls, and they're pretty quiet tonight.
Yeah, I haven't heard much anything. I haven't heard a peep out of them.
Jen, yeah, you could be outside my house listening live, and we would invite you in for a beverage.
Or a keto
Todd
ice cream
Alvey,
bar.
we want you to be on the podcast. Get your ass down here, and also we'll figure out eventually how to do it remote, but we would really love for you and Paige to come down. Oh, fuck, I don't know how I would do the podcast with Paige around. You'd have to electrocute me, but I'm down with that.
All right, leave Paige at home.
Todd Alvey.
I just solved the problem. I'm a problem solver.
Leave Paige at home.
I'm going to put that on my resume.
Like Paige. Well,
I like Paige too.
I'll even get her special Capri Sun lemonade. Todd, I actually thought of that the other day, and I wanted to order a case and send it to her, and we're broke, so it's not going to happen.
So,
but
get your own damn lemonade.
Let me tell you something.
Todd,
if you are on the
Paige,
South Shore,
if
you are on the South Shore in Massachusetts, Todd Alvey is the man. He has fucking saved our lives more times than I care to tell you. He does generators, lawnmowers, ride-on mowers. He sells them. He's a brilliant photographer and an amazing dad.
But we're not sure he's like all there sometimes. Like, you know, he's kind of like...
He's more there than either of us put together. The day we left for Cape Coral, the Jeep wouldn't start. The Jeep had been in the shop for a freaking month.
Yeah, we were getting it all done, stem to stern. 5
minutes into it, Todd figures out what it is, runs across the street to AutoZone, fixes it, and won't take any of our goddamn money. So he's... I don't know, he's one of my favorite people on the planet. We really met Todd right before, like 6 months before we moved away.
No, it was more than that.
But we just love Todd. And he would fix, we bought this lawnmower from this little old lady on the side of the road in Situate, drove it down First Parish Road. Zach left at his parents' house, and we eventually got it back to our house. And we beat the piss out of that thing. The kids were launching it all over ramps, dump trucking it, you name it. And it became like a thing to see who could flip over the lawnmower. And we finally did the ramp right before we moved. And every fucking time, poor Todd would have to come over and fix it. And one day, the engine was cooked. Bent rods. There's no way it was going to run. And so Todd's like, nah, dude, I'll give you the number of somebody to do the lawn for you. This thing is cooked. And Doug goes, you know, Todd, you're going to have that on your lawn, and it's going to bother you forever. It's the one thing you couldn't fix.
Yeah.
That motherfucker took the rods out of the engine and bent them back into shape, put the engine back in. We had another, 2 months out of it. We moved away. gave it to Todd, and I think he sold it, or he was gonna sell it.
I can motivate people, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that on my goddamn resume.
You should.
I can motivate people.
You don't have to. Well, that was a terrible, like, gaslighting, manipulative way to motivate people.
Because I know
I'm
it would
gonna put
bother
on my-
me.
I'm
I know
gonna-
if I.
I'm just saying
you know,
that
I would
putting
bother
I'm a
me. So I
narcissist.
got inside his
I'm
head.
just saying I'm a narcissist
I
on
have
your
the same
resume
head.
is maybe not the way to go.
Listen. Resume is a narcissistic thing. Like, look at this awesome
Well,
career
maybe
I've
that's
had.
why you don't
Here,
have a
hire
job
me.
yet. Is because you're not a narcissist.
Maybe I need to. Yeah, maybe I need to go in there. And
We know some.
I don't know what that is.
It's a bindi. It's an off center.
It's actually a cert. Does anybody remember?
No, you know what
cert
this? It's a
candy?
fake rock that you put in the bottom of your plants. I thought that they were real rocks, but they're fake rocks. Oh no, this is the thing from the stool.
I think that's the thing
That's
that
the
covers
part-
up the screw.
Sorry, this is the
in
thing that
stool.
covers up the stool and the chair. Anyway, not
So
that.
Todd Alvey,
We love you.
yeah, we don't know. If
I
he's
don't know what
okay. We
Jen's
don't know.
laughing her ass off about, but don't laugh off too much, Jen, because you got a good one.
Hey now.
Ooh. She could be my sister wife. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. Hey, Todd.
He didn't know that
You want-
there's no select. BA,
BA start is
and,
fine.
And
You don't-
start.
You don't actually have to hit select. Okay, I'm down with that. You want to be a thruple, Todd? Come on down.
Nah, I'm not being a because
He
we'll
fixes things.
I know, but we'll
And
argue
he's
about
fun.
things.
What are you going to argue with Todd about?
Although Todd is an expert on Bigfoot.
He knows a lot
He
of
knows
shit.
he's the world's
He's a good
leading
time.
expert on Bigfoot. Prove him
Todd,
wrong.
He made a bike for Steve Jobs.
No, he didn't make a
He
bike. He
surfed-
sold a bike to Steve Jobs and put it in his
Fancy ass fucking car.
$300,000 whatever car.
He's a brilliant photographer. He's an amazing dad. He's really funny. He's really thoughtful. He's a great son. Like, I just can't. Todd Alvey for
I think
president.
you know what I think. Like he's going to be the one that the CIA gets to to find stuff out about
You
something.
think
Yeah.
Todd Alvey works for the CIA?
No, I think they're going to recruit him because he's so
Very smart.
he's under the radar, right? Like he's just under the radar.
Yeah, he does. But he's like got this like parrot head vibe going about him, which we chatted briefly about recently.
I do a good Todd impression, but
Oh, can you do it? Can you do it?
It's been a while since I've seen him, so it's like I can't do it. No, I'll
have to work on
I
it.
got to think about it. I haven't been around him.
Jen wants to know who decorates the damn nest. So some people decorate the nest. One of the things that you can do
It's
is
actually against the law.
to decorate the nest.
Yeah, it's gay.
No,
so
is-
DeSantis said
Okay,
don't
you
do
can't.
it.
Okay, that's not true.
I'm just teasing. I'm trying to make an
Okay, and
entertaining
you also
podcast.
can't say that things are gay. That's offensive. You can say
When
like
you adorn something,
if you
never
wanted to
mind.
make it happy and gay,
right.
but you can't say something's gay. You can't do that.
I was making fun of the whole anti-gay establishment movement.
Maybe, but I suppose you can't say that. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I don't know who decorates them. I think that you normally put like pinwheels in your garden and shit to scare away birds. So I don't think that would be great because the neighbors behind us, or that empty lot behind us, is all kinds of decorated. To your point, I don't know who decorates them. I don't imagine the birds appreciate it, but maybe they do. Yeah, they are the best. They're so cool. They're like little baby birds. They're small, and then the little fluffy ones are great. Costco is a great place for toilet paper, Tom, but I'm telling you, organic food, tires, beer, wine,
Are they
bakery,
organic tires? I want a
Bakery?
nice set of organic tires.
bakery. Their bakery stuff is fantastic. The bagels are as
Yeah,
good as any bagel shop.
bagels are good. Actually, I didn't get
The
bagels.
muffins are a little bit much. They're like the size of your head. Like it's like 3 meals in a muffin. Four. Like you get a muffin from them, it's 4 meals. You get a cupcake from them, it's 4 meals. But they have a great key lime pie. They do good cakes in general. They do good cookies. They do beautiful croissant.
Croissant.
They do. They have their own bread, and then they have. They do croissant and they do cookies and whatever. They have it, and it's always amazing. And yeah, they can't steer you wrong. And their pies at Thanksgiving. I've seen the same employee. Yeah, you would see the same employees for 20 years. They're in 2007 they were paying checkers $23.50 an hour plus benefits. I don't know what Tracy said was free, but if it's free, it's me. We'll
Oh
take
no,
it.
you couldn't find your receipt. I think that was what that was.
Oh, I hope it was free. I'm gonna check that again. A bunch of workers gifted me golf lessons for Christmas. I was living in Florida, so the season was perfect. That's a good way to find you a man, Anne. Or a nice lady. I'm hitting the ball pretty good. Well, I hit the gold ball.
I hit a goddamn bird
I hit a
right out of the sky.
Okay, but you're reading a sentence ahead of me.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were.
I'm hitting the ball pretty good. Well, I hit the gold ball, and what happens? I hit a goddamn bird right out of the sky. I had to stop until I see the bird was okay. Once I saw it, I yelled. Oh, poor Anne.
I got my first birdie.
She
That's
got her
very
first
funny.
birdie. Congratulations to her. Don't you think I did it again? I think you need to join the LPGA, and I think that the LPGA should use vitamin C chiropractic to service the needs of the female golfers, because my friend Christina is an amazing chiropractor. She does these little tap
She'll
adjustments
come to you.
as opposed to this quick stuff that they do. I find it to be more effective. Obviously, for people who have the fear of problems, it's less invasive. And she's just amazing. And she has a mobile chiropractic office. So what she does is she comes to you. I think she charges like a travel fee. So if, like, say you have a business and you want everybody there done, she does it. Or like people have everybody in their family done, or even just have her done, come straight to you. She's very reasonable. She's doing, she doesn't take insurance because she finds that the insurance companies flipping suck. So her adjustments are relatively inexpensive. You'd have to ask her what they cost though. But I'll tell you, no matter what it is, it's worth every penny. Also, she knows a tremendous amount about nutrition and supplementing, and I believe now she can even order labs for you. So I definitely, I can't recommend her enough. She's just an amazing doctor, and we became friends, and she's just an amazing person. I'm really proud to call her a friend. I don't know what Jen said that was beautiful. I know that she wants to move to Charlie's commune, and I have to mention something to her. No. What? Not for you.
It's also in Massachusetts. So.
It's in Massachusetts. Well, she's from Jersey.
What exit?
I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, Charlie's a character. But he's not for children, much like this podcast.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not done. We still have to respond to me.
I know
Why
we have
don't
to.
you
I'm
wrap
going
it
to wrap it up.
up?
Don't get off on another chiropractor.
You know how you're going to make it take longer is by rushing me, because then we get off on a sidetrack. Okay, that was beautiful. I don't know what I did was beautiful, but I appreciate it. I'll take it as a compliment.
Could have been something I did.
It's important to listen to both sides. I think it's important to listen to both sides. Like, how's it go? There's two sides to every story. The left side, the right side, and the truth. I always want to understand things before I come to any judgment. And even if I judge, I want to make sure I'm like, I mean, judging's not something I want to do, but I want to make sure I live with compassion, and I want to live with integrity. And so, yeah, sometimes we don't agree, but that's okay. We can, we listen to both sides. We figure out what we want to do. And yeah, and I tend to rebel. You have a valid point. My friend Lars once said to me, Lars, he's the founder of Mobile Monday. What are you?
Another rant.
It's a little rant.
And then Lars is 8 feet tall, and he lives in Japan, but he's from Canada, and he started Mobile Mondays.
I wasn't going to go there. I was just going to tell you what Lars said.
What did Lars say? It's almost 10 o'clock. It's been a long week.
You're really making me mad right now.
It was a long week. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but you're not helping me.
But you're not getting through the
You know why I'm not? It's because you're talking.
Okay.
Go
ahead. Finish up.
Lars said to me once, it's a thing in Japan where it's win, win, win. So any deal that you make, it's got to be a win for me, a win for you, and a win for the universe. And I love that. And that's something I apply everywhere in my life. Are you okay with that?
It's a very nice sentiment.
Was that such a terrible tangent? Really?
It took a little while. Marital hate.
Marital will drown you in the pool. No break-ins.
She's not going to break in and steal our popsicles.
You don't have to. I mean, you can. I give you. I don't know. We don't have a code for the garage.
Don't tell them that.
We don't have.
We will deliver you some popsicles.
Or you can come get them. Whatever. They're the keto ones. Come for a swim. Do that. I'll have to find a swimsuit. I don't know what the yay. Oh, yeah. Moving off the grid interview going very well. Bit really who snuck out in the middle of the night to put up a Christmas tree for the owls. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know who put that Christmas tree out there. I thought it was you. Just kidding. I have no idea. It was here when we got here. And then my singing was beautiful. I think Jen has been hitting the sauce tonight. My singing is always terrible. Are you on crack? Politics, ice cream, breaking for ice cream, lurking. To sum up, the comments were about yay. No, well, it helps because we can't read the comments while the podcast is going on because
it's distracting.
Well, we have enough trouble staying focused as it is. Anyway, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.
We'll be here.
Don't push it yet.
I won't push it yet.
So what we've been finding out is that the video cuts us off at the end, so we're going to take a pause and then cut it off.
Let's take a pause. Deep breath. There's a bird up there running around.
No, that's a bug.
Oh, I thought it was a bird up top.
All right. Good night.
See ya.